Hello and welcome to the Super Basement Bros Show. This is our podcast we are starting. I am Connor and I'm joined by my co-hosts Tanner and Hasten.
Hello.
So we are starting this podcast. We're basically starting like a YouTube channel, but also our podcast is going to go under SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, hopefully. That's the plan. We're going to get those. Yeah, we're going to get those out there as fast as we can. It might take a little bit because I know iTunes can kind of be a hassle sometimes, but our plan is this is our show. It's the Super Basement Bro Show. Our channel is Super Basement Bros. You can follow us on Twitter at Super Bros Videos. And then
Instagram, Super Basement Bros.
Yeah, and you can follow us individually as well. Hasten, do you want to shout out your Twitter?
It's just at Hasten Osler. That's it.
Big Fluffy Bear.
Big Fluffy Bear. That's a good way to find
Big
me.
Fluffy Bear, yeah.
And then mine's just at Tanner Hall, but it's Lame Shadow Wolf. It's a long story, but...
Yeah, and then you can also... We actually shoot short films as well under our name CTH. It's all of our names. It's an acronym.
We have the Twitter CTH Films.
Yeah, you can follow at CTH Films if you want to watch our short films. But yeah, so this is our show. Basically, if you're wondering what our show is, it's for lovers of all things entertainment. We are big pop culture fans. We love movies. We love video games. And we're here to talk to you about all that. We're going to give you... Yeah, we're going to give you our opinions, recommendations. We want to hear what you guys think of this stuff. And if, we'll talk about Disneyland or sports or whatever.
Movies, video games.
Yeah, whatever we feel like talking about this week. But if you like entertainment, this is the show for you. So, basically, we're going to have a topic of the show traditionally. But our topic this week is just kind of introducing ourselves since this is our first episode. But we'll usually get to our topic of the show about halfway through the show. We're traditionally going to start out with the news. We're just going to go over weekly news. So video game news,
big stuff that
movie news. Yeah, big things that have happened. And then we're going to go into weekly releases for you. We're going to let you guys know what's coming out on movie theaters this weekend on Friday. What big games are dropping. And we're just going to kind of talk to you guys about them.
Big gaming events like the Video Game Awards.
Exactly, yeah. That's where all the releases are going to take place. And then we're going to go into just a bunch of segments we have. So, for example, we're going to have a bunch of rotating segments depending on the week. This week we got stuff like the Smash Cast. We're big Super Smash Brothers fans, and so we're just it's an excuse to talk about Super Smash Brothers.
And traditionally, it's gonna be one of the biggest things we talk about until Ultimate
comes out, of course.
Because we mainly want to be talking about that.
Yeah,
to interest people. That's why we're called the Super Basement Bros. Yeah, also for Super Mario Bros. And everything.
It's kind of a riff on all that. But we have segments like Brothers in Arms, which is going to be focused on multiplayer. Online or local. Tanner and Hasten are really into the online multiplayer scene. I am too occasionally, but not nearly as much as these guys.
More single player.
And that's what's going to be awesome about our dynamic is Tanner is my brother, Hasten's my cousin. We all share a lot of similar interests, but we also have our own things that we're really passionate about. And I'd say traditionally I'm mostly single player focused, where Tanner is mostly multiplayer focused, and then Hasten's kind of in between. Yeah. So it's kind of like this perfect combination that we can all speak pretty confidently from those different areas for you guys.
Well, and we all play different games.
Exactly.
The games that I don't play, Hasten plays, and the games that he doesn't play, you play. Well, so we're pretty fluent with all the games around.
Well, and that's what's fun too and it goes to movies as well. I have. We do share a lot of the same interests. Like, there's some games we all play, like we've all played Call of Duty or we've all played whatever, And then there's also single player games we've all played, whether it be like Batman or Uncharted, something like that. So, so that'll be fun for us to all be able to talk confidently from different angles for you guys on that.
Traditionally, real quick, we usually at the beginning of the show we'll talk about what we're doing in this show like we did. And there usually be timestamps, or you can skip to whatever you want to listen to. If you're not interested in that certain subject, you don't have to listen to it. But we encourage you to listen to it because you can maybe learn something and find something that you like.
Well, yeah, and that's a good point. One thing that we want with this show is we want you guys to be able to learn and explore different things you might not have tried before. So, like heroin. No, I'm kidding.
Heroin, yeah.
No, but like
hardcore black tar.
No, I'm mostly just like different games. Like maybe there's going to be some indie games that I've played that you guys have never played,
Indie movies.
and I can talk about it, or indie movies. I'm a huge movie fan. Out of Tanner and Hasten, I'm probably the biggest movie
100%
fan.
far.
And
100%.
so I'll be able to speak pretty confidently about indie titles. I'm a big fan of Sundance. I go there every year. Tanner and Hasten, of course, know everything about all the big blockbusters that come out. You know, they're big Marvel studio fans and stuff like that. So it'll be fun for us all to be able to talk about those things.
When I think as far as film goes, we're some of the best people to talk to because we've literally been in front of a camera since we were like 8 years old, 7 years old. We've always recorded ourselves. It's always nerve-wracking, but we know a lot about film, and Connor's always been the director, and he's always been into film. So as far as film and video games go, we know a lot, and we know what we're talking about. So,
and that's another thing with this podcast for you guys is, you know, we're learning along the way. So there's going to be baby steps. There's things we're going to get better at, and we want to hear your guys' feedback. Yeah,
know nothing about it.
No, nothing about. I know the original Pokemon anime.
Pokemon anime.
I love
we
that.
got that one down.
Dragon Ball Z.
but that's it. So there's gonna be stuff we want to hear from you guys that maybe we'll delve into more and experience. But you know, we also want to give you guys recommendations of things you might have never tried, like we were talking about. Like
There's plenty of games.
Once a week, maybe I'll give you an indie title, video game or movie wise, that I think you should watch and explain to you why I think it's something worth exploring. And then maybe Tanner will tell you why you should delve into Fortnite Season 6 or something.
Or come
like
back
that.
to a game or a
exactly.
movie,
And
classics or whatever.
Yeah, and so is there anything you guys wanted to add to that for introducing ourselves? If you guys have any questions, please reach out to us.
Yeah.
We're more than happy to answer. We want to build this with you guys, with you guys in mind. So, Hasten, anything?
No, nothing to add on top of that.
Yeah, I think we're good.
All right, cool. Well, without any further ado, let's get into the news for the week. Let's start out with some film news. So, Spider-Man: Far From Home, the new Marvel Studios movie coming out next year. I think it's after Captain Marvel and Avengers: Infinity War Part 2, essentially.
Are those the only two Marvel movies announced so far?
No, that's for next year. They got 3
Yeah,
next year coming out.
They've got a ton
3
of
alone?
nouns.
Yeah, and now
I was gonna
there's
say,
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah,
There's-
but that got postponed because of James Gunn.
yeah, but
Because didn't Batista quit?
no,
he didn't
he's
quit, but
he's threatened to, but
Yeah.
we'll see. That's a whole topic for another
Well,
show.
because Marvel always does their classic thing where they show on the screen and they show all the movies they're wanting to do.
Yeah.
They've done that the past couple of years.
Well, and that's what's
Never
exciting
heard that.
is Spider-Man: Far From Home is the first Marvel movie to take place after, as we know, in Infinity War,
Well,
the second
That spoils that
because
he's
Captain
still alive.
Marvel's way before almost anything, other
Yeah,
than
prequel.
maybe Captain America, the Winter Soldier.
Well, and that's what's cool about Captain Marvel is I believe it takes place in the 90s, and we'll be able to see Samuel L. Jackson young. They're CGIing him, or makeup. I think they're actually using makeup, which is unique.
To make it
him
younger?
look younger.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. Samuel L. Jackson doesn't look like he ages.
He doesn't age.
So, you know, he has that
Ever
going
since
for him
Pulp
already.
Fiction, he's
and it's
looked
going to
the
be cool, too, because Phil Coulson, the
Will be
agent,
back.
will be back.
He won't be
First
dead.
time since Avengers, the first one.
Or whatever he is, a robot. Or
Yeah, I guess
they
there's
say he's
three.
like a robot in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, I guess in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., he's technically still alive, but I don't watch that show,
I don't
so
know.
who knows what's happening going on.
As far as the Marvel TV shows go on Netflix, I haven't watched any of them.
Yeah, I haven't really either. I've watched a little bit of Daredevil, and it's weird because the Netflix shows, it's confusing because I don't know if they necessarily connect.
Are they canon?
They are not.
They're not canon to the story?
And they're not good.
That's what I've heard, because I've heard the
I
DC
like
ones.
Daredevil a little.
Yeah, Daredevil was okay.
Yeah.
Like the Daredevil was the only one that was good. The rest of them, like Iron Fist.
Well, yeah.
Iron
what's
Fist,
his name?
Oh, speaking of which, Iron Fist
Just got
season
canceled.
2 just got canceled. Or they're not doing a season 3.
Yeah.
Good.
So,
But,
yeah.
no, Daredevil did, though.
Daredevil
second.
just released, so it just got announced and then
Yeah.
or not announced but released.
Yeah.
And then
Season 3.
what was the dude? He's bulletproof.
Oh,
Luke Cage?
Luke Cage.
Yeah, that's bad,
his
too.
was okay. He wasn't great
because there was
but
also the...
Well, that's the
definitely-
thing. From what I've heard, my favorite is Daredevil, and I think most people's is.
Oh yeah.
And I think Jessica
throw the
Jones.
most money into
People like Jessica Jones too. Those two, I think, are the ones that people actually really enjoy. And then Luke Cage is kind of in the middle. Like people, it's like some people like it, some people don't. And then Iron Fist, I heard people just hate.
But ultimately, clear down here.
But ultimately, I feel like the DC Netflix shows were way more popular. Arrow.
Well,
Gotham,
not Netflix specifically. Those are more CW.
Flash, yeah, all
League
them.
Legends,
Legends
of Tomorrow. All of those have been way more popular than.
Well, I used to watch every episode of Arrow and The Flash, and then the thing
I'm
is,
still on top of The Flash.
Oh, really?
Arrow. I just fell off of it.
Well, even
Gotham, I want to
too.
get back into it, but the Flash is really good recently.
Even Gotham for a bit was really interesting because like
the first season. My biggest problem with Gotham is it was like a monster of the week kind of thing, and this is why I stopped watching Arrow and the Flash and all these, is because it felt like it wasn't building to anything.
It was just all about the villains.
Hey, guess who we're fighting this week, and then
Joker.
check out next week when we fight blah blah blah. It's like what is this building to? You know,
Right.
and
it's not building to that big dude like Fisk or
there wasn't
obviously there's no Fisk in DC, but still,
it's like
building up to that person.
It's not like a normal TV show where the story doesn't progress. They're just the hero fighting the bad guy.
Well, I mean, there is progression, but it's just so slow. I mean, one of my biggest issues with syndicated television, like television shows on cable, is they feel like this need to make seasons 24 episodes long, which is just ridiculous.
Like,
you don't need that many
if
episodes.
You notice the good ones, like Game of Thrones,
10 episodes per
10
season.
episodes. This next one's coming up, 10 episodes, and that's it.
And then Stranger Things,
Walking
8
Dead.
episodes.
Stranger Things. Oh my gosh,
8 episodes. So
Walking
it's like
Dead, 8
well, they're more like
episodes.
movies. Stranger Things is revolutionary as far as Netflix shows or any kind of
a
TV
lot of
show.
Netflix in general,
Because they're going off of almost like movie episodes. Because an entire episode, like I'd sit down with my girlfriend and literally it would be like a whole night we'd watch 2 episodes. Mm-hmm. And it's like a movie instead of episodes, which I love that kind of aspect that they're doing.
Yeah,
I hope that they do that with more.
That's one thing I wish cable would do more, and they're gonna have to, because the thing is cable eventually one day will die.
And they're gonna have to cut out these ads too.
Yeah, and
because
there's
Netflix
so many reasons why Netflix is just the way to go, or streaming
Hulu,
services.
Hulu, everything.
I wish Arrow and these shows would learn from these streaming services and focus on quality over quantity.
Well,
because they make so many episodes that I just burn out. I'm like, I don't want to watch this anymore.
I can't keep up with this. I got life.
There's too many. Like, I think they're on season 7 of Arrow right now. It just premiered season 7. I fell off on season 3. I loved Arrow season 1 and 2. I was all in. I was watching every week. I freaking loved it. But I fell off hard on season 3 because I just couldn't keep up anymore.
But at the same time, I don't know if I agree with that, because a show that has a lot of seasons that's amazing is The Office. 9 seasons is if somebody looks at that, because granted, different. The first season of Office is great, but it only gets better from there until about season 5. And the thing is something like Supernatural I tried to watch, I couldn't get into it, but people tell me it's amazing.
It's hard for all have that long.
It's hard for shows to
Seinfeld.
get you intrigued though. You know what I mean? Like, unless you watch more than one season, because Parks and Rec I hated at first. I hated Parks and Rec. The first season, first season to me was garbage. I hated it, and I'm just rewatching
with these sitcoms though. I didn't watch any of these until Netflix.
Yeah, that's
true. I
true.
didn't watch The Office until Netflix or Parks and Rec.
That's another thing too. Is most sitcoms are 22-minute runtime versus like an hour, so they're much more digestible. Like you can be like, 22 minutes, I can get right into that. Because
like Doctor Who,
you can watch.
It's got like 12
you can literally
seasons.
watch 3 episodes of The Office versus maybe 1 episode of like House of Cards
or Doctor Who.
So it's like it's much more easier to want to go into something like that, and also they're cheaper to make. And I don't know, like we're big Office fans, but I think they're completely different things, because Office and these sitcoms are like, I don't know how to explain it, but they're just not as obviously ambitious when it comes to like special effects and action. Like
there's a big difference between something like Stranger Things and The Office. They're totally different productions.
Exactly.
Because one requires...
one's a comedy and one's a like action
and
comedy.
One they had to film probably
sci-fi.
years before. Because Stranger Things, correct me if I'm wrong, like 3 years before they came out with it. Because with all the editing, especially the first season. Because like or 11... is like way younger than she actually is now in the show. Well, like they require all that time.
I honestly just wish sitcoms I want to be a ton of episodes. I'm fine with that.
Oh yeah,
because they're
just you want the content.
You can binge them.
You can binge them.
Yeah,
you'll watch them in the background.
Exactly.
Play games,
exactly.
That's the best part of these sitcoms in Office.
Because it's not
huge Office
to be brutally honest. It's mostly not about the story.
Yeah,
because like
it's
something
about the
like Stranger
characters.
Things, you need to know every single detail.
The thing is like shows like Stranger Things, like The Walking Dead, you have to be in it. You have to be watching it. You can't be like
fully,
playing a video
yeah,
game at the same
yeah.
time. Otherwise, you're just not going to know what the heck's going on.
Or Netflix and chilling, you have to be watching it.
Yeah, you have to actually be watching it.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I don't know how we got on this tangent, essentially.
Spider-Man Far From Home.
That's
Well,
how
it just goes down.
Yeah.
Because there was one thing I wanted to mention is the Lord of the Rings TV show that's coming out. What is that?
Amazon.
Because
They put
Amazon.
like
It's gonna
$500
be-
million.
That's insanity.
If I'm not mistaken, it's going to be the most expensive television
I am
show
so
ever created.
excited.
Is it gonna be like a more of a movie episode?
I'm hoping
Let's
it's like
watch the table. Just so
I'm hoping it's
share
like
too
the
much.
next Game of Thrones, because that's what you could lead into. 'Cause
Yeah.
Game of Thrones is about to end, and then you're about
Go
to have
right
this
into Lord of the
$500 million
Rings.
for 2 seasons.
Yeah.
But it's
That's
gonna
insane.
make so much more than that.
Sure,
Because
sure, but that's way higher budget than that's higher than Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones gets $10 million an episode.
is it gonna be longer episodes like Stranger
I'm
Things?
sure.
Well, it'll be
They're not
longer
gonna be like
episodes.
22-minute ones. It's just gonna be
I'm
like
sure they're
hour long.
It'll be longer for sure, but I don't know. I bet you it'll be like 8 episodes tops. something
When is
like
that supposed to come out?
They're shooting. I mean, I don't think there's a set date yet, but it's not going to be till like 2020.
Oh,
That,
wow.
that show is going to be a ways away because
Yeah, they're
putting
throwing this
a lot
time
of
in
work
it.
into
Well,
it.
it's like filming a Lord of the Rings movie.
Well, with the whole Lord of the Rings, there's so much mythos into that
Oh my
thing
god!
that
Well,
they haven't put into film or anything.
The
So-
rumor right now too is that it's going to be centered around young Aragorn during in between The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings, which I think is a pretty cool idea. I wish they would steer away from characters we know already.
Yeah.
Just because
and go more into the book that he wrote. What's it
The
called?
Silmarillion.
The Silmarillion.
go into some
Some
crazier
deep
stuff like
shiz,
that.
Some deep lore.
But I'm excited to see where it goes. Like that is right up my alley. I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fan, so I
Yeah.
could be more excited for that. But anyway, let's get back to Spider-Man Far From Home.
Can't make this too long.
Yeah. Sorry about that, guys. That's how the show's gonna go, though.
His
Bas-
suit, though.
Yeah.
Ooh,
So that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about. Is they just revealed his new suit. Basically, if you haven't seen it, it's the Stark suit from Homecoming, but instead of blue, it's black. So there's the red where it was, but now where the blue was, it's just black.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think of this?
I like the color scheme. I like obviously red. Red's my favorite color.
Where is this?
And then you throw black with any other weird color like that, it's gonna look amazing.
Yeah.
And then it has the classic spider in the middle. But really, it's kind of like a basic looking suit. It's darker though, so it reminds me like, hey, all these characters, spoiler alert, just died in Infinity War.
Yeah, because they gotta explain
Um,
that, probably.
I don't know if it's like this sucks, like for all these people that died for Infinity
Like
War.
almost
he
like
kind
a
of changed
mourn?
his suit, like a mourn
Yeah.
for a suit.
Yeah, I'm
what it
curious.
is, like you can dig a lot out of that suit.
That's the thing. I'm curious if it has any story context or if it's just like, hey, black looks cool. Let's put black on him. You
Yeah.
know?
But
That's kind of
it
what they
might
did with
be-
the Stark suit.
Yeah.
Because,
you know what
but
I mean?
does Marvel just do stuff like that? Because the thing is think about black in Spider-Man. What does it remind you of?
Venom.
Spider-Man 3. Venom, and when he was bad. He was bad Spider-Man in Spider-Man 3 when he was black.
Yeah, honestly,
And then
if
Venom is also black.
If I'm being honest, I'm not a huge fan of the suit, and the only reason why is just because I feel like it's kind of like, you know, like when you're playing a video game and then they give you just like a different color suit.
Yeah,
like,
and it's nothing
It's the
special.
exact same suit, but they put a different color on it.
Yeah.
It just seems kind of like, okay, it's black now. I thought there would be a little bit more of a redesign. For example, I'm a big fan of the Amazing Spider-Man movies, and between 1 and 2, the suits completely changed. Not completely, but like the way the suit actually looks is pretty different.
But then again, we don't know if this is going to be the main suit.
Yeah, that's
Because
true.
in the first,
could be the
in
one he opens
Homecoming,
it with or
yeah, because
something.
in
Or it
Homecoming he
switches
starts out
Infinity.
with the homemade one
Well, and
until he
we'll
gets the Stark suit.
I want to in a later podcast I want to do a discussion about what we think happens after Infinity War and all that stuff, because that would literally take an entire
Oh my
podcast
gosh.
episode. So we're gonna need to get into that
Yeah.
later. But I am curious if it has something
Did you
to do.
guys see the photos with the girl
With
that he's
Zendaya,
With
yeah.
Zendaya,
Oh, Zendaya,
in there?
yeah.
She's in it. She looks way younger.
Does she?
Yeah.
Huh.
Both
she
of them,
looks
like
cuter.
just search Spider-Man
No, I see her, yeah.
Far From Home. She looks so much younger.
Huh. I wonder
Like
if
she
it's
literally looks like from her Disney days.
like in Shake
she
It
was
Up
there,
and
yeah.
stuff. Huh.
It's
That's
really
crazy.
strange. Which it's good. I mean, they chose someone who's going to play a good character in there, but
And somebody that's
Yeah.
hot.
yeah.
Are
Well,
they
it's-
adding that suit into the Spider-Man game? Do you think?
I bet
no.
they will.
No,
later.
Not yet. Yeah,
Yeah,
later.
as like
Obviously,
as like
they've already announced this new DLC that's coming. They've announced the 3 suits that are coming with it.
because like
So-
as like to like I don't know.
Well,
how
the thing is
be like,
Spider-Man
oh, buy this movie, come see this movie.
Far
Here's a
From
suit.
Home doesn't come out till July next year or June, and
So it's after Infinity War.
Yeah, and the last Spider-Man PS4 DLC drops in December, so they would be putting it out there 7 months or 6 months before the movie comes out. I don't think it's gonna happen. Anyway, since we're sticking with some movie news, let's get into some more. So we're gonna go down a little bit here. So George Lucas visited the set of The Mandalorian, which is the new Star Wars Disney streaming service.
Yeah.
This comes from Jon Favreau's Instagram. He's the showrunner and director of some of the episodes for the Mandalorian TV show.
It's a TV show then.
Yeah, so if
'Cause
you
I heard
haven't
about
heard,
this, yeah.
if you haven't heard, The Mandalorian, Disney has announced their streaming service, which is essentially going to be a competitor with Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, all that.
Because they're pulling all their Disney stuff from Netflix.
Yeah, they're pulling all their Disney stuff from that and putting it on there. I know.
I have to buy another service.
Another service.
Just get rid of Netflix
already
at
have
this point.
4.
But I tell you what, I love Disney, but I wasn't really. I had no interest in getting their streaming service.
exclusive
because
Disney.
I didn't see the reason for it, but as soon as I saw this photo, if you guys have seen the photo,
Oh,
from
the Mandalorian.
he looks like
Jango Fett.
/ Boba Fett. And
Because that's what they are.
Yeah, in the official synopsis, it talks about Jango and Boba Fett
Mandalorian.
because he's a Mandalorian. If you don't know, the Mandalorian is like a group of people in the Star Wars universe.
It looks just like him.
It looks dope.
But
it looks dope.
Yeah, it's definitely because one thing that I love about the new Star Wars movies is that they're not straying too far from the classics, and they keep the suits the same, but they add a little flair. That's what I love about the suit is because it looks like Boba Fett, Jango Fett, but with the new Disney 2018 spin.
Yeah,
I think
Looks
after
really nice.
they get through the Star Wars gets through this series, they are going to go completely different. Star Wars is going to become a line that we've never heard of.
Oh,
Like, they're not
yeah.
going to go Clone
They're not-
Wars.
they're-
They're not going to go.
No
they're
more
gonna get away
Luke
from
or-
Luke and all that stuff.
yeah. Well, I was actually thinking about this recently. With Marvel, we have seen the evolution from when Iron Man started. Marvel has really taken a lot of risks with their property. Guardians of the Galaxy was a huge risk back when it came out. And so we haven't really seen that with Star Wars yet because Star Wars is finally coming back.
They've just stuck with the
and
Skywalker
it's sticking with the safe bets. Like the characters we know. I'm interested to see if there's going to be a spin-off in the next few years that's like radically different. That's a Guardians of the Galaxy-esque or Ant-Man-esque Star Wars movie.
Well, knowing Disney, they're not because everybody's saying, "Oh, after this 9th Star Wars, we're gonna have another period where there's gonna be no Star Wars." Disney is not stupid.
No,
They're gonna
pumping
they're
out
gonna
movies.
milk this dry. They are gonna a Star Wars movie will come out every single year
until
from now
people
on.
stop going.
Until they stop.
The question is, there also is the argument: is that a bad thing? Is there such a thing
I
as
think so.
oversaturation?
But
Yeah.
well, no, because here's the thing: is people, all the little fanboys, will cry out because after the prequels, they were terrible. But we want more Star Wars. They were like, "There's too much Star Wars," but now they were crying for it. Now that they got it back, they're doing the same thing.
One a year,
Disney,
though.
but Disney knows their fans. If they milk it dry, eventually they'll just settle into a routine of having them all the time.
I mean, maybe. The thing is Star Wars is in a really different position right now because for the first time since Force Awakens came out, there was a movie that just came out in December that divided fans.
That's true.
People
Han
who
Solo.
loved it and people who hated it. Me personally, I liked The Last Jedi. I know there's a lot of people that didn't.
Well, not just Last Jedi, but Solo.
Oh, and Solo as well. That's true. Solo
Both
came
of them,
out, and that was the same thing. So Star Wars is in a different position where the fan base is divided. If Disney puts out a Star Wars movie every year, it's obviously going to make money. But Solo, as we saw, had a slight drop in box office numbers. Nothing to like gawk about. It still made a ton of money.
Millions.
But the problem is the question is there going to be a slippery slope if they just keep pooping out Star Wars movies?
It's kind of like what the Call of Duties do, and that's
what I was gonna mention.
They just
yeah.
keep releasing these games. Their peak, Call of Duty's peak, was Black Ops 2.
Black Ops 2.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Okay.
Everybody knows it.
Yeah, for sure. It's not even close.
Well, and that
so
being
it
said-
comes with
Sorry, not to interrupt, but that being said, I've still loved all the Star Wars movies that have come out, and with Call of Duty, I played most of the ones that came out, but it doesn't mean I like
I
them.
played every single one, but since they just haven't been able to get me.
No,
back.
yeah, because like you get them eventually, and I'm the same way. The only one that even kind of gripped me was Black Ops 3, and it was just because of the zombies.
Yeah.
It's because I was like,
Well,
oh,
they still had
zombies.
that Black Ops colorful scheme. When a
Yeah,
game
exactly.
is dark, like Ghosts and Advanced Warfare
It's
and
just
all these
hard.
games, it's hard to get into it.
Well, I'd compare Star Wars more to Assassin's Creed. Because Assassin's Creed was in the spot of Star Wars. They had too many games coming out every year. Because after Assassin's Creed 4, they had Unity, which bombed, and then what was it? Syndicate.
Odyssey.
Syndicate.
Well,
but then they had
there was Unity, Syndicate, and then Origins.
Origins and then Odyssey.
And now Odyssey.
And the thing is because after Syndicate, they decided to stop because they had 2 come out in the same year, which was Rogue and Black Flag. And Rogue and Unity. Ever since then, they've cut down how many they're doing. And I think Disney might do that with Star Wars. They'll make it not every year, but every 2 years.
Well, that's what I honestly hope, is I hope Disney... the thing is I love Star Wars. I eat it up every time it comes out.
Oh, yeah.
I hope what they do, though, is I want... like an every other year thing. Mm-hmm. Make it more of like a hype
what they're
cycle.
doing right now, except without that movie in between.
Exactly.
Like the main stories. And I don't need to know about all these people. Like
the thing is, I enjoy the spin-offs, but I don't mind them more sparingly.
Yeah.
Because they're doing it too much. Yeah. Well, I mean, there's only been 2 so far, but they're going to do that.
It's been 4 years straight that we've had a movie.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
That's the thing. It's like
whereas in between the other ones, was it straight or was it like 2 years between each movie?
And it was more exciting. And, like, another Star Wars.
And not even a year for some of them. Literally, Last Jedi came out in December, and Solo came out in May.
6 months later.
6 months. Like... So
it was like Star Wars and then Star Wars. Because like I miss that feeling.
Need the money.
Yeah,
you gotta have that money.
Because that's one thing I love about something.
They don't have enough.
Is Harry Potter with Fantastic Beasts? Is they're going like, oh, it's a new Harry Potter movie instead of being like, oh well, we already had one 6 months ago. You know, it's like it's not that big of a deal. I miss those days where it was like
hype too.
Yeah, and it was like I miss those days where it was like frick a new Star Wars.
Yeah,
like that is huge. You know,
the thing is I still get butterflies in my stomach every time Star Wars comes out. So like, I'm not the right person necessarily because I'll eat it up no matter what.
Because we're some of the people that loved the prequels.
Yeah, well, that's part of the problem. Is like I just love Star Wars so much, and we grew up with the prequels, so it's a different story.
Different for us.
But like, yeah, I'll eat anything Star Wars, and that's the problem. Is like they need to also focus on the audience that doesn't want that though, like that needs a break, that wants more quality over quantity, you know. And I think there's an argument to be made though with the Marvel movies. We're getting 3 Marvel movies a year, and 90% of them are good.
Yeah,
like,
but it's different.
But
because the whole Marvel series can go comedy. It can go whatever. Because they have Ant-Man who can go like comedy, obviously, and then they go
Black Panther,
where
more
it's
dark,
serious, still has some comedy.
That's a great point. Actually,
and they have so many characters that they can build off to.
But
obviously, Star Wars can create a universe where they're jumping into different people, but horror, these people are already based. They have comics. They have
Well, and that's the question.
You know?
I think that's a really great point because people tend to forget that Marvel has their like Ant-Man is a comedy / a heist movie. Guardians of the Galaxy is a straightforward comedy, sci-fi comedy. Iron Man is an action superhero movie. It's like Avengers is a team up hero like
mashup.
They all have their own flavor. You know, they're all Marvel movies, but they all have their own identity, if that makes sense. Like Thor Ragnarok is vastly different than the first 2 Thors. And so that's where I think Star Wars needs to eventually head, is start trying to mix up the formula. If they release them every year.
I could hope that one thing that got me hope was Rogue One. Because when Rogue One came out, at first it was very strongly comedic. Much more comedic with K2SO, the robot.
Yeah.
Like, and I was hoping maybe it was going to be more comedic, but it eventually cycled into, all Star Wars movies are mostly the same. They're very spiritual, they're very actiony, and they're very dramatic. But I want imagine a Star Wars movie where it's almost horror-esque. And it's in a planet where there's scary monsters, and it's not a crazy Jedi with a lightsaber. It's a lone rebel alone with the scary aliens all over. You know, they could do so much with the series to make it more exciting and not be like, it's the same experience as any other Star Wars.
Yeah, and not to go too much farther down this rabbit hole, but that's kind of what they tried with Solo. That's what the original vision for Solo was going to be.
They had a lightsaber.
But then
exactly.
The director
until Darth Maul like swung his light. Look at me, I'm Darth Maul.
Yeah, like,
you guys love it. You're gonna love it. Oh yes, sorry. We need to mention that. We'll be better.
We'll put a disclaimer at that.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it by now, you're an idiot.
Because it's like making spoilers for like the first event.
Here's the thing: is I hate spoilers, so. I promise we will be better about that though. Yeah, because I'm forgetting that as well. But yeah, with Solo, one thing, like they had Phil Lord and Christopher Miller who did the 21 Jump Street movies.
That's what I was gonna say.
And
is
Lego
'cause
Movie
the
originally
directors.
directing it, and they got fired because they were trying to do something different. There was creative differences. So they brought in Ron Howard, who is an
did a
amazing
normal
director.
Star Wars.
But Ron Howard is the most bland,
Basic.
ordinary director you
Yeah.
can get. And so what he did is he came into Solo and was like, "We're gonna make this regular
classic
Star
Star
Wars,
Wars.
classic." And so you could
None
see
of this crazy rebel.
Well, it's interesting too because watching Solo, there's certain
Scavenger.
scenes where you're like, I can totally see where they were.
Yeah.
That Phil Lord and Christopher Miller had a hand in that.
It'll
and
feel
then I
like
can see
vastly
Ron
different
Howard.
from the rest
Yeah.
of the movie.
And so I hope eventually Disney will allow these directors to come in and actually fulfill their full vision instead of getting fired halfway through.
Yeah.
So
The thing is I was just going to disagree. One last thing as far as this goes. I was going to disagree with Hasten as far as Marvel goes. Because with me, I'm kind of burnt out on Marvel. I have been ever since the first Ant-Man came out. Because ever since the first Ant-Man, before that, I had seen every Marvel movie and they were really exciting. But ever since then, I didn't even see the first Ant-Man. I still haven't to this day. And ever since then, I haven't seen Thor Ragnarok. I haven't seen.
you're missing out on a good.
I know, and I haven't seen a lot of the Marvel movies because I'm like, it's the same thing. It's another Marvel movie. Do I need to see it?
I see that. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But then they come out with these movies like Thor Ragnarok, which you haven't seen. Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
It's
I've
literally
heard that. I've
it's
heard
probably
it's
the best
amazing.
Marvel movie that's been out.
Yeah, I think I
there's
agree.
things like I didn't like Black Panther. I haven't
loved
liked either
Black
of the
Panther.
Ant-Mans or Wasps.
See, and this
But,
is
like,
what is.
There's people that like them.
See,
and there's
that's
people
the
that's
thing.
not. So they're just playing to
Yeah.
what they can do.
Yeah, because like
It's
I
interesting.
loved Black Panther and Doctor Strange, which most people didn't.
Well, no, most people did. That's the thing is most people did, and then there's people that didn't.
Yeah.
So the thing is, like for example, I do not like the first Thor movies.
Oh, I
Thor
hate 'em.
1 and 2, I did not like. But I love Thor 3. I love Ragnarok. I thought they came.
I
in
think
and mixed
that's
up
why
the
I
formula.
didn't
Yeah, the
see
first
it.
Thors were horrible.
Yeah,
That's probably why
and
I
so that's
didn't
the
care
thing
to
is,
see
like,
it, though.
Marvel isn't untouchable. They can make mistakes too, but I think they've made
Got
this
into a
formula.
science, though.
Yeah, they've gone to a
Where
science.
DC is still trying to figure this
Yeah.
thing
Oh no,
out. and
DC
falling
is a whole
apart.
nother story.
Let's say. Well,
We
let's
can't-
save that for now.
We can't talk about.
Can't go farther
we
down.
will go so
We can't-
far
we
into
can't go
DC
farther
as
down.
far as because me and
But yeah.
Connor had a very bad experience with
that's
DC.
that's a good point though. Is like over the last 3 or 4 years, I'd say the Marvel Cinematic Universe has really found this scientific formula.
Yeah, they've
that
perfected it
They
down
have
to a
gotten
grain
to
of
where it's
salt.
like there isn't a bad movie. Like even though you didn't enjoy Black
I
Panther,
didn't
It was
enjoy
still
Black Panther.
good.
It was like
you still
it was
like
meh.
yeah, you still it wasn't bad. Though.
I don't regret seeing it.
Exactly. That's the thing. Is like it's so. I mean,
Whereas
I'm sure
some
there
of the
are
DC
people,
ones I do.
Yeah, I'm sure there are people that dislike some of the Marvel movies. I'm not trying to say that this is a unanimous thing, but most people, these Marvel movies are getting really good reviews. And the thing is I'm in between. There's some that I don't like, some that I do. Sometimes I think they're a little overrated, but
I just don't want Marvel to run into the problem that Transformers did. Because Transformers started making so many movies and having the same thing.
That's the
that
same thing.
It's
though.
gone. Like
they
it's,
can't.
Where is it?
The Transformers ran literally this same thing
But they ran it
over and
into
over
the
and over.
ground.
Whereas
here's the-
Marvel's telling different stories.
yeah.
You know?
And also the difference is Transformers has sucked.
Well,
for
yeah,
a long time.
that's true.
So
the only one
That
bad
was
since
decent
they
was
lost
the first
uh,
one.
Shia LaBeouf.
Shia
LaBeouf. LaBeouf.
Do it.
He's in a dark place.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's move on.
Let's move on.
Let's move on to the next
Once again.
topic. Yeah. We'll try not to go too deep on this one. It shouldn't be too deep of a discussion, but Disney's Jungle Cruise, their new movie that was supposed to come out next year, October 11th, 2019, has just been delayed to July 24th, 2020. So if you don't know, this movie stars Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and Emily Blunt, who is playing Mary Poppins this year. And it's based on the Disneyland Parks attraction, the Jungle Cruise.
Right.
And my assumption is they want to eventually build this out to a franchise like Pirates of the Caribbean.
I
wouldn't
can't
be
believe
surprised.
that there is
Can I-
a movie of a ride. Like usually it's the opposite, right?
No,
Like,
that brings me to a point. Pirates of the Caribbean came out the same year as a movie called Haunted Mansion with Eddie Murphy.
that's right.
Disney's plan was to make movies about rides. One became a very successful franchise, while the other, in popular opinion, became bombed and was terrible.
You can't
No,
bomb with Eddie Murphy.
And I liked it. I liked it, and it's different. But I hope that that's not like this. I hope that Jungle Cruise isn't a Haunted Mansion and is considered terrible and a terrible way to respect the ride and show off the ride. Because and I have another gripe. why is Dwayne Johnson playing the same character in every single movie?
Well, the jungle.
He's always a jungle guy. Like in Rampage, he's wearing the same outfit as he is in Jumanji. And then Jungle Cruise.
Do you think he gets shirtless in this next one, possibly?
Let's give him the benefit of the doubt on this one because we haven't seen.
Oh,
it.
no, yeah.
I love Dwayne Johnson.
He's a great.
I love me some Dwayne Johnson.
Don't get me wrong. He's a fantastic actor.
Oh,
I love
him.
him in every movie he's in.
I will smell what The Rock is cooking.
Yeah, but I have a problem with him.
Daddy's gotta go to work.
They're overusing him in the same role.
Well,
because my favorite role he's in is in Fast and the Furious. Yeah. When Fast and Furious 5 specifically, because he's a completely different character than what he usually is.
Here's the thing. I totally see what you're saying because you're going off of the Jumanji, Rampage,
where they're all the same.
Where he's in the Jungle Cruise outfit and he's the big macho guy,
and he's completely shaved and he's like super.
Yeah,
and he says some stupid line like "That's a big monkey." Like we get it.
The thing is though, since we haven't seen Jungle Cruise, we have to wait to render opinion on that one. Because for all we know, he could come out and be the bad guy. Like, we don't know.
Or be like a nerdy dude.
Yeah,
like, who knows?
We'll see on that one. Granted, I thought his performance in Jumanji was really good.
Well, yeah.
Because
but then again,
I still haven't seen it.
Oh, you haven't?
I wish I would. I know.
See, that's what I'm talking about, though. They had a good plan. He was this different character at first, but he eventually became his character. What I don't know what his name, like manly Smolder Bravestone. And it's like he legit became The Rock in the movie. Like he went from a cool character concept where he's more nerdy, but legit halfway through the movie he becomes The Rock.
Granted, that
movie was too big to fail. Right,
with
Kevin Hart, Jack Black,
but it was
also Johnson.
But there was people who. It's funny because that movie, when the trailer originally dropped, people were like, "This looks terrible."
Oh my gosh, because they thought it was gonna.
But
crap
then when
on
it
the old
came
one.
out, people were like, "Wow, this is pretty good."
Make a comedy and not have it be good.
But the thing is, people were worried it's gonna crap on the old original with Robin Williams because it's a classic with the board game. Issue. Yeah.
All right, let's move on to the next topic. So up next we have one of our favorite actors, John Krasinski, Jim from The Office, is officially writing A Quiet Place 2.
Awesome.
So, Hasten, have you seen A Quiet Place?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Sure. It's
so
amazing. We all went and seen it together.
Yeah, we went and saw it together.
What do we feel about there being a number 2? Because I don't think it deserves one.
Yeah,
I don't think they should. It definitely deserves one, but I don't think they should make it.
Well, yeah, because
I think it's going to be weird. I think he can't do the family again.
Yeah. Well, and also, is it going to be
done.
Emily Blunt again?
Well, no, here's my gripe is me and you probably feel the same way because it's more of one of those movies where it's like, it's a great one-off experience. But it's not, if they try to do sequels, it's not going to be like that.
I don't know. I just don't feel like they need to make a sequel to this.
Exactly.
I think it has some serious storytelling that can be done with it since, there's more people than just them that are alive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, you can get these stories about these whole groups of people that are being quiet.
But it's like making another I Am Legend. The I Am Legend movie was about the guy being I Am Legend. They make a number 2. It's like it's not I Am Legend. It's a different movie.
They could do it though.
Yeah,
the thing is, A Quiet Place was about John Krasinski and his family, and it ended in the way that they were going to kill all the monsters, blah blah blah, whatever.
Well, here's the thing: they can make a sequel. I don't think it'll be nearly as good. I thought A Quiet Place was really good, and so
it's my favorite horror movie this year.
Yeah, it was really good.
It was also so revolutionary. Completely almost dead silent in the entire movie. Is
revolutionary.
I wouldn't say revolutionary, but I would say it was a unique concept.
But what other movie is that?
Silent movies?
Silent.
I mean, there's
but in the 1940s.
One of the comparisons people brought up is that it's similar-esque to Alien, the original Alien, where she has to be really quiet. It's not the same, but
I mean, like legit. How I know
it
is
was
because
unique.
In the theater, I couldn't even move.
Oh yeah.
Or eat a piece of popcorn without feeling like I was gonna die, or like everyone could hear me. Even with the movie, what was it? The Painter. Remember
the
artist. Even in that, they have music in the background, and it's
hearted, and that's an artistic film. So.
Yeah, but with this, it was almost completely dead silent, which was so crazy to me that they could make such a good movie because we've made a movie like that before. We've made a movie that's dead silent, and it is really hard to do. And so we feel for how he did that. How you can convey emotions and everything without talking. It's crazy.
If I was writing the second one in John Krasinski's place, I would have to imagine he's thinking that they can't focus on Emily Blunt. I think they have to do brand new characters.
It has to be, yeah.
Because
unless they show that he actually didn't die, because they never showed him die.
well,
he's dead.
He's dead.
Remember, because they showed
He's
the monster running at him, and then he never died.
Well, that would be
They're gonna cut to him at the start of the movie
and
with
then
him like chopping some
It's gonna be
legs
like
off.
Sharknado into the monster's mouth.
That would be
or the Meg.
that would be a horrible cop out. They could never do something like that. John Krasinski.
I don't know.
Stupid.
Jim's perfect prank.
Anyway, we'll see about that. We'll see how it turns out. I think it's supposed to come out 2020. So
if he's writing it,
he's writing it, so it's probably 2020 from what they're projecting. I think right now. So let's move on to some video game news. We've been focusing on a lot on movies. So this week in video game news, going back to Spider-Man. We won't focus on this too long. It's just a quick little update. But Spider-Man PS4 just dropped a update which features New Game Plus and photo mode, and also a patch which is supposed to help set up for the DLC, which drops next week.
Oh my god!
Featuring Black Cat. It's the City That Never Sleeps is the season pass. There's gonna be 3 episodes. First one next week, next one November, next one December. First one they announced is focusing on the character Black Cat, and there's 3 DLC costumes. Mm-hmm. So yeah, there's that. Do you want to say anything about it, Hasten?
I've already 100%ed it.
Me too.
So, and on the highest difficulty.
So did you platinum it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
you guys already.
Oh yeah.
No life.
It's been beaten and to the death to the ground.
See,
I haven't played it since I've beaten it because I've beaten it so hard.
Yeah, that's the thing is I've beaten it and 100% it to where there's literally nothing I could do but just swing around.
See, this is one of those situations that
but
we
you
were
can
talking
do
about
that
earlier.
It's a blast with that game.
Yeah.
Like there's yeah.
This is one of those situations we were talking about earlier because I can't relate because I don't own a PS4 or a PS3, and I've always been an Xbox fanboy, so I've felt really left out as far as Spider-Man, God of War, all these great games.
Yeah, it's too bad.
And I've heard
you're missing out on some of the best games in the past 5 years.
I've heard Spider-Man's great.
Oh yeah,
and it did exceed my expectations. I remember, if you guys remember, when it got announced, I told you guys it was going to bomb because I thought it did. I thought they were overhyping it a lot.
There was no chance of that.
Well,
no way.
Here's the thing. The reason I thought it was is because they were overhyping it so much, and it had.
What you're saying is bomb critically, not box office. Or budget.
As far as sales,
sales-wise,
oh my gosh,
there was no way.
There's no way it wouldn't have sold. But as far as critically and like actual being fun, I thought it was going to be terrible because I thought they were overhyping it because I've seen this kind of hype before with a lot of games. When Destiny first came out, it was the same way. Everyone's like, Bungie's making it. It's going to be amazing. It's about space. How could it go wrong? And then everyone bought it. It made a ton of money, but it sucked.
The thing is,
I thought it was going to be that way.
I had trust in it from the beginning because, for one, the developer Insomniac is very talented. They made Sunset Overdrive on the Xbox One, which is a hugely underrated game.
Which is crazy.
And it plays much like Spider-Man.
So crazy flying.
You could, if you played that, you knew already, like, they're going to be able to nail the mechanic of swinging around the city. And so...
Play Batman, you know how to play it.
Well, what do you mean? Like, just gameplay-wise?
Yeah, because you've told me that.
They play very similar. Yeah, they do. The combat...
The controls are a lot different.
The controls are very different.
But the way, like, the mechanics, like... You do have the spider sense.
There's the side missions, the villains.
The silent mode, like where you sneak around and take people out.
Yeah, it threw me off at first because when I was playing, I was expecting it to play just like Arkham. And so, if you guys don't know, well, obviously you don't know, but I'm a huge Arkham fan. And so I thought the counter button was going to be triangle, but instead it was circle, or like the dodge button. So,
you kept shooting your web.
I kept like launching it. I'm like, this freaking sucks. What the heck? It took me so long to adjust to that. But once I did, I freaking was swinging around like a king. I dominated.
And I do admit, Connor let me play it for a bit. It is amazing. It's really cool concept. It reminds me of a lot
Pun intended.
Right.
Amazing Spider-Man.
Amazing Spider-Man. Yeah. I played the original on the PS2 at my friend's house a long time ago, and it was great. It was very reminiscent of that, swinging around the city.
Not 10 times better.
Oh, 10 times, of course. But it did make me tempted to get a PS4. Because honestly,
well, you could get The Last of Us coming
out next
year.
Last of Us, God of War,
Uncharted, the new one,
Lost
the
Legacy.
2 Girls Lost Legacy. That one was awesome.
Dude,
a lot of
the
exclusives.
thing. If you got a PS4 now, it would be like when me and Hasten first got our PS3. Me and Hasten got our PS3 and
Uncharted 3.
Towards the very end of the
you already had
cycle.
so
we got all the Uncharted's, Last of It. Like, we got so many great exclusives.
Knack,
you
get Knack 1 and 2.
Parappa the Rapper, Little Big Planet. No, but
Ratchet and
for
Clank.
real though, like we got so many great games by getting it at the end of the generation. If you got a PS4 now, dude, I would be jealous. You'd get so many.
It'd be
great
like
games.
if you haven't watched Game of Thrones like you two have.
Here's
Yeah.
why. No,
I'm like,
get to
oh
watch
my
it
gosh, you guys
all
have
over.
so much.
It'd be
fun
like
stuff
not
to watch.
ever having watched The Office and then just getting to watch it for
but
the first time.
for the first
over
time,
again.
all 9 seasons. But here's the
Yeah.
thing. Here's why I won't. Because they just announced they're working on their new console. Why would I buy their old one when I know the new one's coming out next year?
Because
2
they're
years?
not gonna. They won't redo The Last of Us. on
Well,
the
of
new
course
console.
not.
You
But
know,
by
they're-
then,
Spider-Man's not gonna come on the new
here
PS5.
I know PlayStation. They failed big time as far as backwards compatibility goes.
Well,
they
for sure.
won this generation 100%. But they're not going to mess up with this new console.
They're falling behind.
They're
now,
gonna
though.
Yeah.
well, but this new console, they're gonna have backwards compatibility 100% because they know how much.
Well,
people
we'll
like
see.
them.
That's the biggest question.
I don't think they will.
Well, we don't need to
Xbox
go.
will.
We need to save this for another topic as well. This is a great topic, but that's the question: is will PlayStation and Sony actually have backwards compatibility? Because if they don't, that would be a huge.
But
misstep
they've been
for them.
submitting to so many people's demands because as far as crossplay went,
Xbox has.
Well, yeah.
Well,
no,
Xbox has
Xbox
been
is the one that
paving it
started
forward,
Yeah.
yeah.
They're the ones that were like, "Hey, we're doing crossplay. We're doing backwards
Hey,
compatibility."
Game
And-
Pass.
Yeah.
Stream
Yeah.
games.
And
Like,
everyone was trying to catch
Such
up.
a great service.
Yeah.
too.
Luckily, PlayStation, which I do hate them for it that they took so long to have crossplay. They were refusing to let anybody play with anybody else. They finally submitted and they're like, "Fine, you can play Fortnite with other people, but no other game, just Fortnite." So I hope that they learn from their mistakes and they listen to their audience more. Because one thing I love about Xbox is Xbox fanboy here. They listen to what people have to say.
I mean, granted, I wouldn't say what PlayStation has done as like malicious. I don't think what they're. I don't
well,
think
of
it's
course
their
not.
intent.
They know
I-
that they'll make money. Though.
Yeah. Well, what I think is that they are a business.
Well, yeah.
Just like any other business.
They
and
want
think,
everybody to play on the
Here's the
PlayStation.
thing: PlayStation, whether you like it or not, won this generation and have sold way more than Xbox
Oh,
One.
100%.
I mean, Xbox is super successful as well, but compared, Sony's dominating. And so, why, if you have the lead, would you let up? If that makes sense.
That's true.
You know, so if you're looking at it from a business standpoint, it makes sense. I am with you. I don't agree with it. I think it's a stupid decision on them, and I think it's going to bite them in the butt when the next generation comes around.
yeah.
But
As long as
we'll
Xbox
see.
doesn't try and do their weird stuff.
Yeah,
Well,
as long
and,
as
and all we know
exactly.
is if history is anything to go off of, one console will never be the winner 2 generations in a row.
For sure. Yeah.
And
you had
the only time that it ever did was Nintendo back in the day because it was
They
the
didn't have
only
real competitors.
it was the only
they had
console.
Atari and Sega.
Atari and the Sega Genesis, like congratulations compared to the Nintendo 64.
Well, the Atari I think was a little before that, but yeah.
But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But because the thing is Xbox, I just hope that they can get everything in check and they're exclusives. They need those.
That's
badly.
That's the biggest thing
Badly.
Xbox needs is exclusives. And if they can do that,
Well, they bought
they-
out so many companies.
But
Well,
they
and-
already lost
oh,
Cuphead.
that's
one of
another
their biggest
piece of
ones.
news we can throw on here real fast. It's
Oh.
not 100% confirmed because they don't comment on rumor or speculation.
big.
But it sounds like Microsoft and Xbox has bought Obsidian, which is a huge developer
Made
who
Dragon
made
Age
Fallout,
Inquisition.
yeah, Fallout New Vegas, a great RPG developer.
Oh my
and so if
gosh.
Xbox really does buy them, that would be huge. And if they have them working on a game, that could be Xbox's
Big
Skyrim
See,
exclusive.
but this is what I
you know?
hate because I don't know for sure because Xbox pisses me off because they're too nice. They'll be like, Cuphead is an amazing exclusive. Come buy an Xbox. So many people did. But then they're like, oh, it's coming to everything else next year. So don't worry about it. You don't have to buy an Xbox. Just
Yeah,
wait
we'll
a
see.
little
We'll see if it comes to PlayStation. But yeah,
Because it's like, that's one thing that
Well,
Xbox
it's
needs
weird.
to learn is they have to keep their exclusives.
the thing is though, is it's weird because Xbox also usually puts their game on PC. So
Which it was.
because
It
it's
was on
Microsoft.
PC.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
of
so
course.
is
So
Halo.
it's not
and
technically
stuff.
ever exclusive.
So that's the thing is it's like you have to imagine that money's going to Microsoft no matter what because
Well, yeah.
Well, yeah,
they
you
own
can only buy it on the Microsoft Store. Like, you
Yeah.
can't buy it on Steam.
exactly. But my question is does that affect Xbox's bottom line, or if it
but,
helps
like,
them?
No,
Because
they don't
Xbox
care.
is very smart. They're buying all these companies, but they had the perfect opportunity to buy a very small company that made Cuphead. It was 2 guys that made that game. They would have been happy to sell to Microsoft.
Studio MDHR.
Yeah, so, yeah, they legit have not made anything else.
That would be a great call if they did. I
I don't know why they would, because considering they made Cuphead, which was critically renowned, it was a super popular. It's still going as far as merchandise and everything because they were smart. But they have to buy that company. They're buying all these because like last E3 they announced how many companies they bought, and they didn't buy a lot that they could have, which I think was a big loss in their part.
Yeah. Yeah, I think hopefully they buy some more studios going forward, and we'll look forward to all those developers' games in the next 3-5 years or whatever. Let's move on to the next story. We'll keep this one quick since we have fallen down a major rabbit hole multiple times. So Sean Bean, the actor from things like Lord of the Rings,
Boromir.
GoldenEye, yeah, he's Boromir. He is joining the Hitman 2 cast as an elusive target. So this basically means that players will essentially have like one chance to get him. And
Wait, like a video game?
in Hitman 2, yeah. So Hitman 2 is coming out, I think, this year sometime.
Yeah.
Or next year, early next year. Yeah,
Hitman
if you want to
2
look into that. But Sean Bean has been confirmed as part of the cast. It's kind of funny because Sean Bean has a reputation in his movies for dying. If he's in Game of Thrones, which you watch, he's Stark, the original King Stark or whatever.
Winter is coming.
Right? The Winter is Coming guy with the sword.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hitman 2 comes out in November.
Got, spoiler alert for Game of Thrones, I think he got beheaded or something like that.
Way early.
Way early. It was like season 1 or season 2.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but
It comes out in November, by the way.
Oh, comes out in November. Okay, cool. And so he's been confirmed as the cast. It's funny because you'll once again get to kill Sean Bean.
Like always.
Because he always dies in everything he's in. He died as Boromir and GoldenEye, everything.
Cool.
All right, let's get
that's
to...
a good
he's
segue.
Ned Stark. Got it.
Ned Stark, yeah.
Got it.
I think that's a good segue into what's next. Speaking of releases, is we have what's releasing.
Yeah, so our next segment, so this is what we'll be moving on to traditionally next, is our releases for the week. This is where we're going to let you guys know what's coming out to the for video games and for movies. Let's take a look here. So this episode's going to be a little different since it's our first episode and we're mostly focusing on this week. And real fast while I'm thinking about it, traditionally what we're going to try to do is this podcast is going to be bi-weekly, so every other week. Probably we're usually going to try to record on Friday or Saturday and hopefully have the episode up by Sunday,
maybe early
late
Monday.
sometime early Monday. But we'll get a schedule down a little better later on once we're a bit more accustomed to the setup and whatnot.
And of course, if we can, if there's a lot of news going on, we might do a weekly or weekly.
Yeah,
but
it'll all come in time. But for now, so just bear with us while our schedule's a little mixed up here. But essentially, what came out this last week, October 19th. So
last week.
No, that was yesterday. Or that's
today. No,
that's
so
today.
Today is the 19th.
So we're recording on the day
a lot of
these
games came out today.
Well, so Soul Calibur 7, I think it's 7. It's VI.
With the Witcher guy.
With Geralt.
Jorgen?
No, Geralt. Jorgen?
I don't know.
Jorgen the Witcher guy.
Geralt.
Geralt. That's it.
Geralt. There you go.
Geralt. For some reason now I'm questioning that.
It's right.
But
It's
yeah,
right.
Yeah,
You're right.
Okay, Geralt.
Geralt.
Anyway, Soul Calibur 7 came out. Yay. Xbox One, PS4. Starlink Battle for Atlas, PS4, Xbox One, and also Switch. And with the Switch, you get Star Fox and the
Dark Souls Remastered came out today.
Missions. Yeah,
the
Dark Souls
Switch?
for the Switch.
For the Switch.
And also,
I thought that got delayed.
No.
Today.
To today.
Wow,
So
they really pushed that summer release, didn't they?
well,
I know.
I mean, it felt like a while. The reason why it felt like a long time to me is because I'm a big Amiibo fan, and they had a Dark Souls Amiibo.
That's what I was trying to say.
And it got delayed like months, and I was like, no.
If you guys ordered Dark Souls, make sure you follow up on your Amiibo because it should come. It should be there.
Well,
now.
and also a lot of people were reporting their Amiibo got canceled, which is
Yeah,
unfortunate.
because just make sure check up on your order because they are gonna go fast.
Well, and they're
Those are
also
gonna be gone.
they're a GameStop exclusive Amiibo.
Yeah.
And GameStop, if you haven't known, with their online store is kind of a joke. I like GameStop, but their online store is so unreliable. So double check your confirmation numbers and whatnot for that.
NBA 2K Playgrounds.
Yep. Coming to Xbox One, PS4, maybe Switch too.
Yeah. I'd like to go over.
2K has released. That's the only sports game really on the Switch right now.
Yeah.
So 2K.
I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah.
I'd like to go over what came out last week because to reiterate, since we haven't been, there was Luigi's Mansion for the 3DS, which was really awesome. Black Ops 4 came out.
Yep.
With Blackout, and it's doing great. Everybody loves it. It's been doing really good.
Surprisingly,
But
I mean, not surprisingly.
there's been a huge problem. Is it's been crashing a lot. Blue screening on PC. It's been crashing on PlayStation. People are in the middle of zombies doing the Easter egg.
Yeah. They
and
said they have
crashed.
patched it.
yeah.
They just patched it.
I was
After
watching this
a
guy
week.
who was like towards the end of the Easter egg, and it cut him out
and
right
he's like,
then.
oh,
and
Where
he
are
threw
all
his
these
controller.
game testers that everyone wants to be? That's
Yeah.
my dream as a kid.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
tell me in the
That-
game before.
No,
Yeah.
so
Let me
apparently,
crash your game.
apparently it was because there was a really bad glitch that they couldn't detect when they sent out the game. It wasn't in the pre-build, but they patched it out now, so you can go. You're safe to go play the Easter egg. Also, Lego DC superhero villains.
Yeah,
came
that's what I was
out.
gonna say. PS4 and Xbox One for that as well. I think Switch as well. Yeah, Switch as well.
Bendy and the Ink Machine actually came
Finally coming
on
out to consoles.
Came out on the 12th.
This one is exciting for me. I mean, I like this game. The Jackbox Party Pack 5 came out this week.
I thought you were
so
gonna say
5th
Big
edition.
Buck Hunter.
Yeah, Big Buck Hunter. I love that one. I love all the Cabela's deer shooting games.
Oh yeah, new one. Just
So
came
many
out.
good ones. Anyway, let's move on to movie releases this week. Movie releases today. The new Halloween just came out, starring Jamie Lee Curtis, who is coming back to her classic role from the 70s and 80s.
Is that where she started?
Yeah, she started in the original Halloween, and I believe Halloween 2, and then also she was in like
Sweet Life of Zack and
H2.
Cody. And
Was she in that?
wasn't she? She was the mom, wasn't she?
Who?
I can't remember.
Sweet Life of Zack and Cody.
She's in
Jamie
Freaky
Lee Curtis?
Friday.
No, you're thinking. Yeah, they're very similar looking. The mom on Zack.
I can't remember what the mom looks like.
She looks just like her.
Does she?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Imagine
Jamie Lee
her but
Curtis.
younger.
She's in Freaky Friday with Lindsay Lohan.
Yeah, I know that.
So she's coming back to star in the new Halloween. It looks really cool. I'm excited to see it. It's supposed to kind of erase all the Halloweens taking place after Halloween 2, I believe, or maybe Halloween 2 as well. So that's kind of an interesting move. And then this next week, in limited release, mid-90s comes out, which is Jonah Hill's directorial debut. It's kind of like
the
his
skater.
yeah,
kids.
and it stars in gaming news. It stars the kid who played Atreus in God of War. So
It's the same kid that was in The House with the Clock on the Head.
Yeah,
in
the
hall,
bully
or
kid.
whatever the freaking name of that show is.
So that's coming out next week. It's getting some good buzz, so I'm excited to see that. Yeah, I think that
That does it.
about does it for movie releases.
A huge
Of course,
movie week, I guess.
yeah. I'm sure there's a ton more indie type stuff, but we'll
Was
let you guys look into
was
that.
Venom an official Marvel license?
Yeah.
No, so
I thought it was. It's
well,
under
it's
the
Marvel, but
yeah,
it's not
under
in
Marvel.
the it's not in
Is
the
it
Marvel
like
Cinematic
not in the
Universe.
cast? Okay.
So essentially, I haven't seen it yet. So
I
that's the
haven't either.
thing is like I don't know if there's some sort of connection, but as of right now, it's in the Sony universe.
So like the Amazing Spider-Man.
No,
No,
that's
it's with
gone.
the like Fantastic Four and
Oh,
Well,
wow.
no, that's actually Fox. So it's super
what?
confusing. Yeah.
Wait, is
So-
it under Disney?
No.
No,
So Sony
Wolverine.
did make it.
No.
What
So,
the frick?
so it's really confusing.
Oh my gosh.
Not to go
Okay,
down.
but did
Not
they-
to go down this rabbit hole.
I
but
thought Disney already bought Fox.
No, well, it's
Kinda.
kind of going through. Like, apparently there's still stuff that needs to be finalized. But basically, X-Men and Fantastic Four are owned by Fox. Disney's trying to buy that. It's probably going to go through. Sony owns Spider-Man and a bunch of Spider-Man villains and characters. They partnered with Disney in order to allow Spider-Man into the MCU, but technically Sony still owns Spider-Man.
So they got some proceeds. and
Any
stuff.
like secondary characters for Spider-Man are in the Sony universe and not
Oh,
the
wow.
MCU. If they wanted, I have to imagine Disney could throw a bunch of money towards Sony's way and be like, "Hey, can we have Venom in the next Spider-Man movie?" I'm sure that's a possibility. I think it's just going to come down to if they want to, if Venom's successful, and if people
There's a
liked
lot
it.
of people they could still
Dang.
use. You
Yeah.
know?
Sony is fighting a two-front battle like World War II. They're up
I mean,
against
they didn't even,
Xbox
they didn't even
and Disney
talk about
and
the Green
everybody.
Goblin, which is obviously the biggest one, which I don't know if they'll go to.
Well, because they had
Yeah,
Vulture.
they've already
in
showed
Far
off.
From Home.
Green Goblins was in the original Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire, and then,
And then
he
he
was also
also
in
is
Amazing
in
Spider-Man
Amazing
2. I think
Because they
Green
went a
Goblins,
different route. They did Vulture for her.
But what
Far
I
From
want,
Yeah.
I want Fisk.
Home.
Fisk would be cool.
Fisk
Yeah,
is
we
an
haven't
amazing
haven't
character.
seen Fisk in a like proper movie yet. He's been in Daredevil, which,
Yeah,
I
which
love.
it's not part of the series though.
Yeah,
which makes it
Vincent
tough.
Ondeforio or something like that. I like him
Yeah,
as an actor.
he's-
I'd like
he
to
does really
see the guy with the green guy with the purple cape and the big bowl.
Oh,
one.
Mysterio. I'd love to see
He's
Mysterio.
awesome.
Yeah, Mysterio. I actually, speaking of Mysterio, not to go back to this, he is rumored to be the villain for Far From Home, Spider-Man.
Oh, cool.
And not only that, it sounds like
What are
it's a
his powers?
possibility Jake Gyllenhaal could play him. It's really confusing. He's like, yeah, look him up. He's like just a futuristic kind of being, and I bet you he'll play into the Infinity War storyline somehow. All right, let's move into our next segment here. We're done with
If you want
releases for the week.
as far as releases, but also stuff that's happening, there's Sunday Night Football this Sunday. We have, of course, but there's a lot of teams playing, and then there also college. We have games playing on Saturday,
As
such
usual.
as Oakland and
As
TCU,
usual.
and we have Michigan State and Michigan.
That's the big one.
Yeah,
Those
it's
are
a
big
one.
ones, but
Mhm.
that seems to be it for this weekend.
Cool. All right, let's move into our next segment, which let's actually, before we go into the Smash Cast, let's go into Brothers in Arms. So Brothers in Arms is our multiplayer centric segment. We'll talk to you about online games and also local games. I am a huge local game player, couch co-op kind of player, and Hasten and Tanner can speak more fluently on online stuff. So what have you guys been playing multiplayer-wise?
That's what I was going to ask. What have you been enjoying? Playing?
Oh man, the past 2 weeks I've been back into the Skyrim zone, so I've been single player.
So you're
been
more
all
single
single
player. See,
Like-
I'm the opposite.
Yes,
Me too.
I've just been dove into that thing, and then
You've been
before that I was
Dovahkiin into
Dovahkiin.
Dovahkiin.
But before that I was I
Spider-Man.
went Spider-Man, and
Yeah.
then I played some of the new Tomb Raider.
You
God
But
of
really,
War.
I haven't been playing multiplayer in the past 2 months.
So you got Shadow of the Tomb Raider?
Yeah,
You liking it?
it's good so far. I've been on, like, I
Yeah,
started building
getting
another character in
distracted.
Skyrim and stuff, so I haven't played it, but it's
I'm a
fine.
huge fan of the first two, so I'm excited to play that.
I think
Probably around
so.
that
As far
time.
as I know, it's fine. You know, I don't think it's an Uncharted or anything, but
Hmm.
a lot of people compare it to that.
Yeah.
So
Well, I can speak for online. That's all I play.
Okay.
I haven't played a single player game since Fallout 4, probably.
Holy crap.
Well, I guess I play Skylanders. Nerd alert, but I still collect those. And that's kind of. But as far as online goes, I've been.
I thought you were
heavily-
saying you played a game called Nerd Alert. I'm like,
Yeah, there's this
Never
game
heard
called
of that.
Nerd Alert. It's starring Tanner Hall.
it's,
But,
it's my life.
It's my life, but no. As far as online, I've been heavily into Fortnite and Destiny 2. Destiny 2, right now, if you guys are interested, it's Festival of the Lost, which is the Halloween event. It's awesome. There's Halloween decorations. There's the haunted forest you can go in. It's like the Infinite Forest, but it's much more darker and scary. It's a really fun event. Go play it. I advise you. There's the masks. If you haven't been playing Destiny 2, I advise just going in. It's a lot of fun. As far as also another online game is Overwatch. I recently re-downloaded it. I know it's old news. It's an old game, but also once again
Hugely
there's the-
popular, though.
Oh,
not,
yeah.
Not old
Still.
news when it's still
Yeah,
destroying.
and it's slowly falling off, definitely, and it's because they haven't really added too much. But it is the Halloween event also, Halloween Terror, and they didn't add any new modes. It's just new skins, which is pretty cool. There's some pretty awesome ones. I recommend jumping back into that. I've been enjoying that. And then with Fortnite, it's season 6, as you guys know.
that just started.
No,
Right?
it started about 3 weeks ago.
Oh,
Yeah, but it's okay because it is still fresh. There's about 10 weeks. We just got the new challenges for week 4. It's been awesome so far. We don't know what's happening. The loot lake rose up from the ground and it's been flying around. We have some awesome skins that have been coming out. We had just a vampire one today, brand new one. We had some pumpkin ones. It's been really fun. Fortnite has just announced a bunch of new tournaments that are going on that everyone can participate. I've been participating. I've been sucking, of course, because it's a tournament. So you go up against every single console.
is it the solo
And I
showdown?
swear I ran into Ninja. And no, it's a whole new thing. So it's not solo showdown
TFU.
anymore. What it does is you go in and it's actually a mode and you click on it and it runs. There's some that are going on. The last one that just happened, I don't know what it was called. It was like a solo one. And once you go into the lobby, it's every console into one. So everybody who clicks on that game mode, it's a really cool mode because everybody who clicks on that game mode goes in, no matter what they're on. PC, PlayStation, anything. So you can literally run
Switch,
into anybody.
mobile.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Skyrim. They're just throwing it onto everything.
You can play it on the spoon, but legit, it's a
Play it on the Alexa now.
or your fridge. But like the thing is it's a really cool mode, and I recommend jumping in there and playing it. It's Friday Fortnite right now. You can go in and jump in and play that, and that's kind of it for online. I mean, there's not too much. People are enjoying Blackout.
Yeah, the new
Yeah.
blackout mode.
I haven't personally
That
bought
one's
Black Ops 4, but I've heard it's great.
Looks cool. I'm excited to play it.
They just added the black market to the game, which is the microtransactions. That's a whole nother topic, but
They just added it.
they just added it with the new update. But it's really cool because they're doing what Fortnite does, which I really respect them for it. There's no guns that you can get from the thing. There's no power-ups. There's no nothing. It's all cosmetics for Blackout. Of course, there's boosters, and because Activision's a lot different with their microtransactions. But it's a really cool system. We got the skins for Blackout, and you can buy like Richtofen and Soap and Ghost, all of them in Blackout, and it's really cool.
You have to buy them?
Well, you can earn them because it's kind of like the V-Buck system where you.
Is it like that thing where you have to earn them, but it takes 70,000 hours?
Yeah.
Or something?
And the
Kinda
thing
like
is
Battlefront
2.
Well,
It's like 80 hours to unlock a character.
Hey, you want to play as Darth Vader? Play the game for 10 years.
Luckily, that's what I like though. Is that's what's different is they are just cosmetic. It is just a skin. It's not like a character. You don't act differently because like with Darth Vader, you are a different person. You're Darth. You choke and you throw and like. That's what I like about when microtransactions are done right. It's Rocket League, it's Fortnite, it's when it's just cosmetics because I don't care other than that. If I don't buy a skin, I'm okay with that, you know?
Yeah. We'll save microtransactions for
it's a whole
another
other
topic. Another great topic we can discuss. Let's go on to some. I'll talk about some local games I've been playing. Local couch co-op. Super Mario Party just came out. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to play that yet. But I actually got
we can throw back. We can throw back.
Mario Party 6 recently because I was anticipating Super Mario Party. I got it before it came out. And
you also bought 7, didn't you?
And 7. We haven't played that one yet, but
yet.
We've been playing Mario Party 6, and that it's just a great game. We are big fans of Mario Party 5.
We grew up on it.
One thing with Mario Party is, people have their rankings and their favorites, but ultimately when it comes to Mario Party, well, the biggest thing is it honestly comes down to what you grew up with. The one that you're nostalgic about. And the one we grew up with and we're nostalgic about is Mario Party 5. And Mario Party 6 and 7 and 4 were all on the GameCube, and they all play the same way. They're all from the same generation. Very similar sounds, music, character models. So it's very nostalgic in that sense. Just a great... Mario Party is one of the best local multiplayer games you can play. Especially if you have like a family and you just need a family fun game to play. It's great to put that on.
As far as local goes, I think a great game to play right now, especially this season, it's Halloween time, is Luigi's Mansion. You just played it again on the GameCube. Yeah. It just came out for the 3DS, another opportunity to play.
Well, that's where the local comes in.
Yeah.
Because on the 3DS, it actually has a local co-op function.
And it's a great game because, like, to get you into the spirit of Halloween, there's nothing better than a Nintendo game where you're catching ghosts and you're in a haunted mansion. It's tons of fun. Going back and playing old games like that, it really brings back nostalgia and
Yeah. Another multiplayer game to keep on your radar is one we want to play just for fun because it looks like pretty crazy. It's called Human Fall Flat. And if you ever played Gang Beasts, another great local multiplayer game you should download.
Ragdoll.
It's basically like ragdoll physics, and you're just like these blobs throwing each other around. And what Human Fall Flat does, from what it looks like, different than Gang Beasts, is basically Smash Brothers versus King of the Hill just trying to throw each other off these cliffs. Human Fall Flat looks like you have to work together to solve these puzzles as these
ridiculous ragdolls, and it's hilarious.
And so we're excited to play that. I can't recommend it because I haven't played it yet. But if it's anything like Gang Beasts, I highly recommend. That's a great local sit down with your friends and family, play just for a couple hours. That's a great local game.
And of course, it's not a sponsor, but it's on Xbox Game Pass. If you have Game Pass, it is free to play.
Oh yeah,
like download it, try it out.
Beast?
Human Fall Flat.
Oh.
It's free on
Game
Pass.
I just got the email from Microsoft sending us the money for the sponsor.
Oh yeah,
it's all good.
But
we have to disclose it on YouTube. Hashtag demonetized.
But
we're definitely not sponsored.
No,
this is our first episode.
First time. No, that'd be crazy. But yeah, it's free. Game Pass is an amazing service, and yeah, just try it out. I bet it's gonna be tons of fun. If it's anything like Gang Beasts, then yeah, it's gonna be
for sure. All right, let's move on to our next segment, which I'm very much looking forward to, our Smashcast. So, as we were saying at the earlier in the podcast, we are big Super Smash Brothers fans. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate drops December 7th. It couldn't come any faster.
Hopefully it doesn't get delayed.
I'm so excited. Hopefully it doesn't get delayed. So, we're going to talk about that probably a lot over the next few episodes, is building anticipation for the game's release. Me and Tanner grew up with Smash Brothers. We're huge fans of it. Hasten has dabbled here and there. So this is what's one of those situations where this is going to be really interesting. Today we are going to discuss our top 5 most wanted newcomers, fighters for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. And this is where it's going to be interesting because Tanner and I know a bit more realistically who could possibly join the fray.
Because we follow
Sakurai. We follow every day, watch all the directs, all that jazz. We're highly into it. Hasten, on the other hand, doesn't know as much about the game. So he knows about the game, but he could be characters that are already in the game or that make no sense.
He could think Master Chief's in the game. Who knows?
Yeah, so that's what's going to be kind of fun. And so with these top 5 lists, we're doing top 5 most wanted newcomers, which that is Dream World. So in that case, me and Tanner are putting people on our list that we don't think will be in the game ever, but we want.
Yeah. And so no matter what, they could be in the game, but it's just whatever you want.
Exactly. Top 5, and then we're also doing top 5 realistic characters to come to Smash Bros. Ultimate. That's where we're going to have our characters that we truly think actually stand a chance at making it in. So I'll go ahead and kick us off since we're going into this segment. Let's see here. So I'm going to start out with the realistic ones. We're going to start out with who we actually think can make it into the game. As of right now, my number one character, I think, is for sure in this game, is Shadow the Hedgehog. As an echo to Sonic. It just makes too much sense. It's too perfect. They probably wouldn't even have to change any moves on him. I think he's a hedgehog. Shadow the Hedgehog, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But
the thing is it's 100% that he's in the game. With the whole ecosystem, if they didn't do Shadow, there's so much evidence. His trophy hasn't appeared.
His assist trophy.
And the thing is they'd be stupid not to put him in. It's it's a simple skin.
Yeah, I think Shadow would be a great addition. It would stick with the Rivals theme that Ultimate is kind of having so far, with having the hero and then the villains. Going up next, second on my realistic list, is Ken as an echo to Ryu. This just makes too much sense because if you know anything about Street Fighter, Ken was the original clone to Ryu. He's literally a clone.
He literally is the same thing.
And he's the same moves, everything.
And there's the leak image.
Yeah, there was a leaked image. We'll see if that's true. It seems very legit. I always
skeptical
take
about leaks
with a very large grain of salt. Yeah. But that doesn't make sense.
Of grain of salt.
With a freaking just the
big large grain of salt.
The big large grain. But I definitely think Ken's in this game as well as an echo. So those are my 2 echo picks on my realistic list. Now going into brand new newcomers with their own movesets, I gotta go Geno next. I think Geno's a favorite people have been wanting for a long time. He goes back to Super Mario RPG. He's not a well-known character. He hasn't appeared in any other games besides that one, I think. But people have been demanding him for years. I think it's time he's put in the game. And I think on top of that, my next one is Skull Kid.
Oh, yeah.
And Skull Kid is from The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. I would not be surprised to see Skull Kid in this game. He makes too much sense as well. And once again, his assist trophy, nowhere to be seen. Yeah. And on top of that, Skull Kid and Geno both were featured as Mii costume skins in the Wii U game.
Which, if it's anything to go by...
with King K. Rool and Isabelle and these characters getting those costumes, I think we're likely to see them.
Yeah. Skull Kid for me is kind of a guarantee at this point.
Yeah, I don't know if he's a guarantee, but I'm pretty darn sure he's in this game. Yeah. And then last but not least, I have Dixie Kong as an echo to Diddy. I think that's a pretty big possibility as well. I think she even stands a chance as not an echo. I think she could very much be her own character.
Her own character, yeah.
So we'll see.
I guess we'll see.
All right, if you want to go into your realistic.
Yeah, I guess I'll go next because Hasten's in the crapper. As far as realistic goes, there's a lot of characters that have already come out that we were hoping for. Some of our best ones that we've always wanted. Dark Samus, Ridley, King K. Rool. Yeah. Literally our top 3 that we've always wanted.
Yeah.
It was hard for me to pick, but of course, like you said, Geno, he's an obvious pick. He hasn't appeared in a Mario game since Mario RPG, The Legend of the Seven Stars, which is so long ago, and he was a one-off character. But Sakurai is notorious for bringing back characters that nobody remembers. Kid Icarus, Duck Hunt, Mr. Game & Watch. Who the frick is Mr. Game?
Well, and he always has those wild cards, like Wii Fit Trainer.
Captain
who
Falcon.
saw that coming? Yeah, he's bringing these characters who rarely have any titles to show for them.
Yeah, and so I think Geno, at this point, there's so much want for him, and that I think he's going to be in there. Skull Kid, like you said. They have all their villains, and they specifically left out Link when in his Majora's Mask form in in the K. Rool trailer. So I think Skull Kid's the obvious villain for that. Another character that I think is realistic, but I don't know how you feel about it, is a game that came out for the Switch this year was Undertale. And a big character in that is Sans, the skull guy. And in Undertale for the Switch, he says he hears about this game called Smash Brothers. He literally says that in the game, and I feel like that's too much hint to not do anything about it.
Well, it'd be interesting too because he's kind of a polarizing character. I know a lot of people that don't want him in because they don't feel like he deserves it.
Yeah, and the thing is I feel like,
who's to say?
Not even just a newcomer, but if he's in the game whatsoever, it says trophy, item, who knows? I think he's going to be in the game. Obviously, this one, there's so much call for him. Everybody wants him after huge controversy. Waluigi. I know there's no there's no way that Sakurai is gonna not put him into the game, because the thing is
I don't think he's going in.
No, he won't be at first. It'll be DLC. Yeah. I know the initial game
he's already gotten an assist trophy.
Exactly.
An official assist trophy. So that, in my mind, disqualifies him from being a character in the base game.
Well, yeah.
I think he's going to be DLC as well.
Because the thing is he definitely will be a DLC, because Sakurai, this is his child. This is his ultimate child. He's going to raise this, and he wants it. Because he wants it to be perfect. That's why it's ultimate. He's going to put everything he can that everybody wants into it. And Waluigi will be in the game, DLC, whatever.
I think so too.
And then my last character is Banjo-Kazooie. Because Banjo-Kazooie is personally one of my favorite characters. Banjo-Kazooie is literally my favorite game of all time. The old original Banjo-Kazooie for the 64. And it's because Microsoft and Nintendo have had such a good relationship in the past couple of years. They released the trailer for Minecraft where it was Microsoft and Switch, and they were both running together. And it was really cool. They've been really nice about cross-play. They've been tweeting at each other and been really friendly.
You'd think there has to be something. Some sort of Microsoft representation in Smash. Just even if... Yeah. I think Steve is really likely... I want it to be Banjo so bad. That'd be amazing.
And the thing is Phil Spencer, the head of Xbox, even said he would like Banjo in the game. And it wasn't that he was just replying to some stupid Twitter and being like, yes. He actually specifically stated, I would like Banjo-Kazooie in the game. And I pointed out that the Tutaku figure that just came out for Banjo is a completely new design from Nuts and Bolts. It's a brand new design. And it's kind of suspicious. Maybe there's going to be a new Banjo game this year that they announced at the Xbox event coming up. Yeah. And I guess we'll see. But I would love Banjo, and I think that he's really likely at this point.
Yeah, I would love to see Banjo. He's definitely one of my most wanted as well. Yeah. So, Hasten, let's hear your realistic.
Yeah.
My realistic.
Oh, wait, did you finish your realistic?
Yeah, I finished my
realistic. Okay, gotcha.
Just making sure.
So I was looking up on some lists, and there's only there's probably only two characters that I really would care if they actually got put in the game. King K. Rool.
Okay.
Right?
Right. All right.
And then the Spring Man from ARMS. I feel like he'd be kind of cool.
Right. Okay. That one's actually really good.
Okay.
I thought that one too.
So this is perfect.
Hold on, he's got more.
Oh.
And then
don't do your unrealistic yet.
This is I have two more realistic and then one fake.
Okay.
Kind of realistic.
Okay.
So more Pokemon.
Okay.
Big Pokemon fan, so more Pokemon would be cool.
Right.
And then maybe the ghost from Mario.
Boo?
I don't know how it would fight.
Oh, Boo.
But,
I'd love Boo.
That'd be cool, yeah.
I don't know how it would fight.
King Boo.
Yeah.
Luigi's Mansion.
Something like that. Yeah. And then my fake one's Dovahkiin.
But Skyrim came out for the Switch.
Hey, there's precedent because Bethesda and Nintendo are really close right now as well. So I wouldn't be surprised if because Link is in Skyrim.
His outfit is in Skyrim Switch.
So who knows? That would be awesome, or at least like a Skyrim stage.
Wait, it
awesome.
is?
Yeah.
What? Skyrim Switch. If you put the link,
let me take your amiibo.
No, just put this on your Switch, and then you'll get his outfit.
Mm-hmm. Can I do that?
Yeah,
okay.
For sure. But,
deal. It's crazy.
Yeah, so
that's not too unrealistic.
So I have good news for you then, Hasten, because one of the people you guessed is actually already confirmed.
Can I guess which one?
Yeah,
it is?
Yeah. Uh-huh. He's already in the game.
I guess they're all.
Well, they're all he's.
Yeah, he was confirmed just
Spring
2
Man.
months ago.
No.
King K. Rool.
King K.
Yep,
Rool.
you got it. Yep, King K. Rool was just confirmed a couple months ago in the August Nintendo
And
Direct.
Spring Man
so
is actually a really good one because
I wouldn't be surprised to see Spring Man.
maybe even
Although
DLC.
I don't think it got big enough of a character.
I don't think so.
But they
like,
wanna
that game
represent-
kind of bombed.
But still,
Yeah.
in a way.
Nintendo always represents their
I
games
think
in stupid ways.
If Spring Man's in the game, it'll be his DLC.
because
is
like
my
they had
assumption.
Wii Fit Trainer and Wii Fit
Yeah.
wasn't even around. They like representing their games.
Oh, that was a big thing for them.
Yeah,
But-
Wii Fit was
But
huge.
when Smash Bros. Wii U came out, Wii Fit was nowhere to be found.
No.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to our
Unrealistic.
dream newcomers.
Yeah.
These are characters that we don't necessarily think will be in the game, but
In a
we
perfect
would love,
world,
we would love for these characters to join the roster. So my number one character I would love to see in Smash Bros. Ultimate is Leon S. Kennedy from Resident
Evil
Evil.
4.
I
Of
freaking
course.
love Leon. He's one of my favorite characters. And also, I want him to have an echo, and I want it to be Chris Redfield. I want Leon and Chris Redfield. And
What about the chick?
And the thing is Ada Wong or whatever.
No,
or
the
somebody,
mean one,
the mean
the
one.
evil one,
The hoe.
the one that's always against you in Resident Evil 6 or 5.
I don't know.
She's like really seductive. She has black hair.
I think you're confusing something else. Wesker's the bad guy.
No, the girl. She's like not bad, but she's not good.
I don't know who you're talking about.
I don't know.
Anyway,
I'm not very.
I want Leon and Chris. I want Chris as Leon's Echo. And I think these guys would be a great addition. Resident Evil is one of the most prominent franchises of all time. Nintendo is trying to put some of the best franchises in Smash Ultimate.
Resident Evil 4 was only on GameCube.
Well, Resident Evil... Well, originally.
Yeah.
Resident Evil needs a rep in Smash Brothers. I think Leon's the guy for it. And, yeah, I think Capcom already has Mega Man in there. Bayonetta was Capcom originally, too, I think.
And Capcom has always been really close with.
So Capcom...
They have Pac-Man, too.
Well, no, that's Namco.
Namco, for it.
But yeah, Capcom is already pretty close with Nintendo. So I think there's a possibility, but unrealistic. I don't think it'll happen. Second one.
Grabbing his Deagle, or what is it called? The beautiful broken
broken
butterfly.
butterfly.
Just freaking popping Mario in the face.
Well, I mean, Snake's in the game, so I mean...
But he has like a silencer. And
yeah, I mean, guns are already in
bazooka.
there. But anyway, my second most wanted newcomer is the Keeper from The Evil Within.
Ah!
I think this would be really funny.
With the safe
This
face.
character's really scary. He's a boss character you fight in The Evil Within. He wears like a safe on his head, and he uses like a freaking meat sack, like
a meat tenderizer.
a meat tenderizer as his weapon. So,
you made an amiibo.
yeah,
for
I
him.
made a custom amiibo, bro.
You did?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
he
did.
made a
I mean, I'm
custom
not
amiibo.
finished with it yet. But I think this would be just a completely off the wall, like, what the frick is this character
That'd be
doing in
hilarious.
Smash Brothers?
He's all bloody.
Yeah, he's all bloody.
Freaking beating Peach to a
And I think an
pulp.
Evil Within level would be awesome, really dark and scary and foreboding.
With the like girl, the spider girl. In
Yeah.
It. Ooh.
My next character is King Boo. I'd love King Boo in this game.
Pretty
I think
realistic,
he has
though.
I don't think he has any chance, just
Well, no,
because I think he's too out there. I'd love King Boo.
I mean, they're gotta be running out of characters, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
They might just put a Goomba in.
that's why they're adding a lot of third-party characters, though. So
See, I have high hopes for King Boo in other games, such as the new Super Mario Bros. Coming out, the Deluxe.
Mario Kart and stuff like that.
Because as far
Well,
as
he's in
Smash
Mario
Bros. go-
Kart 8 Deluxe, so
Isn't he the guy that carries the sign? Oh no, it's a turtle that carries the sign.
no, you're thinking of
Latiku.
Latiku
With the
yeah.
with the cloud.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
Yeah, he's
guy.
not a turtle. He's
Yeah.
a Latiku.
He's a well, isn't he?
he is a he has a shell.
He has a
but
shell,
he's
right?
I don't. He's
He
not
has he has a shell that makes him a turtle
But
in
he's-
my world.
he's not a
in your
Koopa.
made up fantasy.
he's not a Koopa.
Freaking mushrooms driving cars.
Eating mushrooms
Yeah,
and seeing mushrooms.
These characters don't make much sense. But next on my list, I have Egad from Luigi's Mansion as well. I don't think he will be in the game. He wouldn't make much sense. But I was thinking if he is, he would be in like a mech suit or
Yeah, you have that
something.
cool
That'd
idea.
be really cool.
with the vacuums
With
and
the
he shoots
vacuums
out
on his
ghosts
arms or
and-
something.
Yeah.
Then my next one was Banjo-Kazooie. I
You think he's unrealistic?
I think he's realistic. Banjo-Kazooie out of all these is the most
most
realistic to me. And I want Banjo in it so bad because I think that would just be such a cool crossover thing. But I just don't think it'll happen. And Banjo also, I meant to do like a slash with it because I want Banjo or Master Chief. If Master Chief was in this game, that would be crazy.
Conquer.
Like, there's no way it'll happen, but that would be so cool.
I
So,
mean, if Nintendo's partnering with Xbox, in a
that's
way,
the
like,
thing. Is
That's
like
the one they'd go for.
it would be so
Smash.
cool as if they announced Banjo and
that'd
Master
be
Chief
their
coming to
that'd be
Smash.
their best, the one that they could throw at it.
That'd be crazy. That'd be one of the craziest crossovers to ever happen.
Although it'd be kind of weird because you'd have like Samus versus you could do like
Master
Samus
Chief versus
Master Chief.
Snake.
You could do that. That'd be so cool. Imagine a match: Mario versus Snake versus Master Chief versus Pac-Man
Versus Mega
Man and Sonic
and
like,
guy from Cloud and
most-
Ryu.
Yeah, the guy from Cloud in Final Fantasy. Yeah.
Cloud, the guy.
Yeah, like some of the most classic characters of all time.
They just need the
facing
guy
each
from
other.
Tekken in it. With
Yeah,
the black
Hiroshi
hair
or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Tanner, what are your dream characters?
All right. Funny enough, you went pretty realistic besides the Keeper.
Yeah.
all those could be in the game.
That's true. That's true.
The Keeper I couldn't see.
Yeah.
So I'm surprised you didn't do this one. My number one dream. No, this is my number one. My number one dream.
No.
Yeah, there's
numbers.
no order
They don't
to
have
it.
to be, yeah.
There's no order to it. But Cuphead
Oh my gosh.
would be.
I totally
You're wearing the
forgot of
shirt.
Cuphead. I didn't even think of Cuphead. That's true.
Cuphead would be perfect for Smash.
Uh-huh.
Not only is he very similar to the aspect of Mario, because he even seems like if Mario
He's like
was a cup.
He's a Mario / Mickey Mouse.
He's got red pants. He's Mickey Mouse, Mario, and Oswald
and
all combined into one.
Mugman could be his echo or his alternate.
Exactly. Or they could be like ice climbers.
Yeah,
And be together.
That'd be so cool.
Cuphead-
And there's so many moves they could do. The final smash could be the
big thing.
big thing. Yeah, the big
Yeah.
attack you use.
And the thing is,
Do they pour milk on the other people?
yeah,
well,
and
they
then they
kinda, like,
slurp them out of it.
They like shoot something out of their head. I don't even. It's like I think it's some sort of
Spaced
alcohol
stuff.
thing
I
because
don't
there's
know.
like X's on it. Anyway.
But yeah, because like Cuphead, I'm surprised that the company, I don't know who made it.
Studio MDHR.
And I'm surprised they haven't reached out to Nintendo to try to put it on the Switch.
I don't think they have a say. I think
That's
Microsoft
true,
probably has
but
a
no,
say.
not as far as Smash. I'm talking about just putting Cuphead on the Switch because it's a 2D platformer. It's perfect for the Switch.
Once again, though, I think Microsoft probably has the say.
Exactly.
Maybe. Well,
and the
we
thing
don't
is,
really know.
hopefully, since it's not an exclusive anymore, hopefully it'll come to Switch. I'd love to see that. And Cuphead would be an awesome DLC character.
Yeah.
But it is pretty unrealistic.
Yeah.
Because
That would be amazing, though.
it'd be amazing.
That's
And
a
I'd
great-
be so happy.
There's so many characters on my dream list that, like, I honestly had to throw this together pretty fast.
Yeah.
There's probably tons of characters I missed.
Oh, I only put 4.
That's
I'll
okay.
I'll find out.
No,
You're-
no,
you
that's
have
totally
more
fine.
than me.
My other one is Professor Egad, like you said.
Cool.
It'd be awesome. He has this awesome idea if he was in a mech. Of course, it's unrealistic because you're not gonna want to beat up an old man.
Oh, yeah. He's not in the game.
He's not going to be in the game, but it would be cool as an assist trophy.
Yeah,
even
assist
being in
trophy
the
would
game
work.
at some point. And I also have Master Chief. Master Chief,
Nice.
of course, is very unrealistic, but it'd be so cool to be able to play as Master Chief against Samus, against Snake, against Mario.
That would be awesome.
be crazy. And he'd have
So
the perfect. He could have Cortana as his down B or something.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
could have his super or his smash ball is he turns into the freaking tank.
What's
And
the sword called again?
The energy sword.
The energy sword. He could use that as one of his dash attacks. or
Yeah,
something.
and like it could use all the weapons, the needler, and everything. It'd be awesome.
That'd be way cool.
My final most wanted newcomer, unrealistic. Actually, he's pretty realistic. Is Shrek. Shrek would be amazing in
I
Smash.
did not want Shrek
He
in
would
this
be.
game.
He is in the polls.
You could play it, and you could just start playing Shrek is Love.
I know, that's what I was
Shrek is
thinking.
Live.
When they did the poll last year or 2 years ago for Smash Bros. Ultimate, and they asked who they wanted to
Wii
be
U.
in the game, or Wii U, Shrek was one of the most wanted, and so Sakurai's gonna put him in because Sakurai's Japanese and he doesn't know what Shrek is. And so
I'm
he's
just
gonna put him
glad.
in.
I can't believe none of us mentioned Goku, but
Oh, who cares about Goku? But Shrek would be perfect.
freaking no. That would be.
His
Here's-
Smash Ball could be like, "What
That
are
would-
you doing in my swamp?"
That would be
knock them away.
that would be the biggest meme if they
Or he
put
like
Shrek in that
farts
game.
and it shoots back.
I mean, there's President Mario or Wario.
Wario,
for it,
yeah.
so-
Shrek could just be an echo for Wario.
Yeah, there we go.
There you go. Shrek.
All right, Hasten, let's hear your dream character.
All right, so I seen one. I have my Dovahkiin was one. That's
Yeah.
dream. That's not really gonna happen.
Yeah.
Right.
And then Crash Bandicoot.
Oh, I didn't even think of that.
That'd be a
That's
good
when we
Well,
thought.
that's what we've
before.
been predicting forever. I totally see. There's so many characters like Rayman too that I've just totally
Because even
forgot.
Spyro.
Spyro,
Because
yeah.
Spyro would be really
Because
cool.
once again, to be a nerd about Skylanders, but Bowser and Donkey Kong were in Skylanders Superchargers, so they already interlocked with Nintendo.
Yeah,
Spyro, Crash.
That's a great pick.
Awesome. Lara Croft.
I think Crash is somewhat realistic.
Because Crash Insane Trilogy just came out on this week.
Yeah,
But yeah, that's what I got.
and then you said Lara Croft.
I didn't say Lara Croft.
Oh,
no.
I said
that might be cool though.
Lara Croft would be cool.
Dude, freaking Oliver.
Marvel's Heroes.
Oh,
I'm just such a big
Spider-Man.
fan of like the whole series. Like
Spider-Man.
this
Get
whole thing,
Spider-Man
like,
in there or
with them
something like that.
and
Maybe
that's not happening.
Maybe
but
in PlayStation All Stars Battle Royale 2,
If they ever made
do
that, oh my
they
gosh.
can put Spider-Man in there now.
They should do Oliver from Sunny Life.
Oh yeah, that'd be a great pick. All right, let's move on to our final segment for you guys this week. Thanks for tuning into our Smash Cast. We'll have more stuff like that in the future. So our last segment today is a game we're gonna play. Actually, it's called.
It's like a theme song.
Yeah,
Hey,
there's a
here
theme
we
song.
go. Game song.
All right.
Game show.
So the game is Guess That Blank. So essentially it can be whatever. This week it's Guess That Video Game, but I could do in the future Guess That Movie, Guess That Character, Guess That whatever.
Sound,
Sound. Yeah,
song.
there's so many options. But this week we're doing Guess That Video Game. Essentially how it works for you guys in the audience is or for you guys listening. There's not an
If
audience.
there's anybody.
Yeah. Essentially, is I am gonna give these guys Tanner and Hasten are competing against each other. I'm gonna give these guys 5 hints, and they have 3 guesses. They only have 3 guesses, and once they're out of their guesses, they lose. They're done. The first hint I will give for the game is the release date. Nothing more. I will give them the release date of the game, and they can choose to guess right then and win, or they can hold off and hold their guesses for later. The second hint I give is, let's see, I have to refresh my memory here. Sorry, I lost my place. Frick, where the heck did it go?
I'm gonna beat you.
Sorry, guys, one sec.
So we had a release date.
Here we go.
And then
Gotcha. Okay, release date, and then the second hint is platforms, so which systems it came out on. Third hint is genre/play style. Fourth hint is the developer, and the final hint is the synopsis. And I'll read the synopsis, but I will cut out certain key aspects of it.
It's about a
By
plumber
the time they
going
get
after a princess.
yeah, by the time I get to the synopsis, these guys should know the game. If they
Yeah.
don't, then
We're
that sucks for
stupid.
them.
And we don't.
Yeah,
we're not
yeah.
actual.
Then you guys
gamers.
shouldn't be on this podcast. All right, so let's start the game.
Oh,
Guess-
you forgot to mention a rule. We have
sorry.
3 guesses, right?
Yeah, I mentioned that.
first guess
Okay.
doesn't count though. Right?
And we can guess after each hint.
No, every guess counts. You get 3 guesses, so you can hold off to guess and save it till whenever you
The
think you
end,
can use
or-
it.
yeah.
Because the thing is, by the time you get to the last 3 questions, you're going to want to guess on all of them because you only have 3 chances.
Yeah.
Or 3 guesses. I guess you could save
Them all to the very
save
end.
them to the very last one, but so he might beat you to it.
Right.
So, yeah.
And also, it's gonna be a game, movie, music, anything that we both know.
Well,
The
yeah,
competitors
that's
know.
what I was going
For
to
the
say
most
is,
part.
for the most part, I'm going to try to stick to what I know Tanner and Hasten pretty well. I'm going to stick to something I think they will know. It doesn't mean they've necessarily ever played it. Maybe
Like,
they have, maybe they haven't.
Like no anime.
But
or...
I'm not going to do like some freaking crazy indie game that they've never even heard of. So this is going to be pretty realistic for you guys to guess. Oh, you can't look, Hasten. What are you doing? Did you see?
no, I
Well,
didn't.
you had it right
Yeah,
here.
sure.
where I
Did
was.
you see?
No, I didn't even
Okay,
see it.
all right. I was like, I'm gonna have to redo this.
No.
Crap. All right. So we'll do one game. See from there, time wise, where we're at. Let's start with the first game. So guess that video game. Hint number 1. It released in 2005.
Can we use the internet?
No. yeah. Go ahead and look it up, guys. No.
Okay, I'm ready for the next hint. I'm not gonna guess.
You guys don't want to use one of your guesses yet?
No.
Okay. So it released in 2005. No looking at my computer.
We're not.
Okay. So released in 2005. Platforms and systems it came to the GameCube in 2005.
Just the game.
That's it.
Well, it also I can't confirm if it later came to other stuff.
Okay.
But it came to the GameCube in
First.
2005.
Okay.
But then it potentially came to other systems
Something
as well.
else later.
There's too many games there.
I know. Like, it came to the GameCube in 2005. Only one game came out in 2005 for the GameCube.
You were 5 years old, so far you beat me on this.
All right. So no guesses still. You guys don't want to burn one of your
I don't have
one of
one.
your guesses?
No.
Okay. All right. Now we're going to go to genre play style. It's a third-person survival horror / action.
Luigi's Mansion.
No.
Frick!
So Tanner's down to 2 guesses. Hasten, do you want to take a guess?
Say the
genre again?
Third-person survival horror.
Resident Evil 4.
Tanner got it.
Yeah!
That is the winner. Sorry.
I am the winner.
You have both of those in here on the synopsis.
I know. For future... on the synopsis. Oh, shoot.
I wasn't going to guess that.
Oh, dang.
Because I
have it on the run of show for you guys. Did you see it?
No, I don't even... Look, I don't have Google Chrome.
Shoot, do you have it on there?
I do.
Oh, shoot.
I don't
Okay.
have it. So you had an advantage.
We're gonna play another game then.
Do another one.
We're gonna change the next couple games. So yeah, that's for future reference.
Both of those, Resident Evil and Luigi's. I was like,
yeah. So for future reference in the games coming up, you'll only get to guess once per hint.
Per hint, yeah.
So you would have to wait for the next one. Yeah. So we'll give it to him on this one.
And if I did say it out loud, then he would have guessed it. He could have got it.
Yeah, he could have guessed it. He could have taken Tanner's guess because it was Hasten's turn.
Right.
You guys go ahead and talk for a minute. I'm gonna research the next one.
Gosh, dang it!
I wrote down that I won. I said Tanner wins 1 game, Resident Evil 4.
It's not really fair.
Because I won. And in the future, we're going to go back.
You really didn't have that down?
No, I don't even have it open.
What?
No, because I saw originally that he was going to do something like Halloween themed, but I didn't.
I know, I totally messed that up. I left it on your guys'
like
run
legit,
show,
my
so.
initial...
I was like, oh, he left it on there because he didn't want us to guess those ones.
Yeah.
No.
These are just like examples.
Yeah. my initial thought was Luigi's Mansion. He's like, only GameCube, 2005, survival horror, third person.
See, I never played that. Like I would have, like I know about it.
Yeah, I should have thought of that. I should have said like, because Hasten never played that. Maybe he wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
All right, so Tanner leads. So do you guys want to just carry these points into the next week, or do you want this to be?
They should
play a couple games or.
I think they should rack up until we do a specific episode determining who's the full winner.
Okay, well we'll just say for now Tanner has 1 point.
Yeah.
Okay. I have the next game.
Okay.
Are you guys ready? Don't look at the screen. It's not on your guys'
look
run
at
of
me
show.
over here.
It's not on your guys' run of
Over here.
show or anything like that. So there's no cheating on this one.
Okay.
Okay. So
Ew.
hint number 1.
Stop looking at him. Stop looking
I'm not looking at it. I can't see it. The computer's there.
Hint number 1. This game first released August 8th, 2006.
Next.
I mean, that's when Madden's released,
But 2006, you know, all the way back.
Madden 05, that was a huge game.
If that's right, I'm gonna be pissed. Is that a guess?
You have
It's not my guess.
You
no.
can guess it if you
I'm
want.
not guessing that.
Are you guys ready for the next hint?
Yeah.
All right. So for platforms, let me double check this. It originally released for the Xbox 360.
Frick,
And so just to specify, when I say it originally released, if I said Xbox 360, you'd know it's only Xbox 360.
So
if I say
original.
originally, that means it probably came to something later. But it first came to the Xbox 360.
Well, frick, because we grew up mainly with Nintendo consoles. Sorry.
Sorry about that, guys. That was some paper.
I don't think it made. I don't think it.
Let me just grab.
Tanner's like a cat over here. It's like,
Did it make that big of a sound?
I was like, what the frick is in my ear?
Shoot,
All right, keep going.
sensitive. Because we grew up with Nintendo mainly. We believed Xbox was evil until like
You did. I was.
we were like they're all M games. But like, so I don't even know. I'm not.
All right. Yeah, I don't have a guess
No
either because
guesses.
there's so many games that year.
All right. So, release date, December 5th. Or sorry.
I was like, what? That's a completely different one.
August 8th, 2006. Originally released on the Xbox 360. The genre playstyle now. So, this game is classified kind of differently depending on, I guess, who's classifying it. But it's traditionally known as an open world survival horror beat 'em up.
Beat 'em up.
Yeah.
The frick does that mean?
You've never heard of a beat 'em up?
No.
Okay, well...
Beat 'em up?
I can't really tell you because I don't want to spoil it because I've been giving you examples.
Open world survival horror beat 'em up?
Mm-hmm. Open world survival horror beat 'em up.
Nope.
Hold on.
Nothing. Still.
Nothing.
2006.
All right,
Hold
you
on,
guys
no,
have three
wait.
guesses.
Give me a second. 2006?
Yes. Oh, and also, if Tanner guesses, it's Hason's turn to guess. If Hason guesses, it's your turn to guess. You can't guess 2 times in a row.
Okay.
Just to clarify from the first round.
2006.
Open world survival horror beat 'em up.
Yep.
What the frick is a beat 'em up?
I don't
If
know.
I knew.
Here's the thing. I could give you an example, but I think I would spoil the game by giving you an example. Think about what beat 'em up implies.
So
beating the people up.
okay,
Yeah.
wait a minute.
So just-
is it like an obvious beat 'em up then? Is it one of the things that defined what a
Oh!
beat 'em up is?
Oblivion.
No.
Ah!
Oh frick! I was like, no.
So one of Hason's guesses down. Hason's down to 2 guesses.
Yeah.
Tanner still has 3. Do you want to take a guess this round, or do you want to wait till the next one?
Hold on. Open world beat 'em up. Beat 'em up. Punching.
Basically, okay, I'm gonna give you in the loosest way what a beat 'em up is. It's basically hack and slash. It's like did you guys ever play Ninja Gaiden or something like that? Like you're just kind of slashing up.
Survival
enemies.
horror though, because I would say Castle Crashers.
That is a
That's a beat 'em up.
That
Yeah,
is
it is a beat 'em up. Button masher, pretty much. I'm not
Do you
gonna
wanna
guess
guess that?
No, because
I'm not
you
guessing on
said
this
you
one.
said survival horror, and it's not a survival horror. Do we own it?
Can
you say
you
that?
can't ask me
Okay,
questions.
I don't
Because I don't know that. That's not fair.
I give the hints here.
I won't guess.
I don't have a...
No, I don't.
All right, time for the.
Okay, so we should do a beep. First one that goes, gets to guess. Because otherwise we're both just going to start
Wait, is
naming
this a
things.
synopsis
Okay, sure,
now?
yeah.
And we
Are
could
you
name
doing
it at the
synopsis
exact
now?
same time.
No, it's developer. And
Oh,
then
okay.
synopsis.
You have to stop right whenever we...
Okay, whoever goes
I'm gonna,
eat first.
I'm gonna recap.
But whoever
recap
goes,
this. Whatever
goes
you do,
eat first.
Don't hit the table.
Well, no,
Don't
just
hit
go
the
like
table.
this, Hasten. Hasten, go like this. Go eat.
No, I'm just going to yell.
Just yay, eat.
Yeet.
Yeah, don't
Eat.
shout out the title because it's whoever goes eat first. And I will be the judge of who does it first.
Okay.
Hopefully the listeners don't go deaf.
Okay, just say the
Okay,
developer.
so I'm gonna recap so you guys have an idea. August 6th, 2006, or August 8th, 2006. Sorry.
Doesn't matter.
Xbox 360. Open world survival horror beat 'em up. Developed by Capcom, and Capcom Vancouver is who developed it. Capcom published it.
Frick.
Did you give it away when you said Ninja Gaiden?
No.
Okay. It's not Resident Evil. Because we already did Resident Evil. He wouldn't do it again.
You don't know me.
Survival beat 'em up. Horror.
You have 3
And,
guesses to burn.
it's not open world either.
Yeah, but wait. Is Resident Evil 5 open world?
No. It's on wheels.
Survival horror. Open world beat 'em up in 2006.
All right, keep going. We don't
No,
have it.
no, wait.
We don't have it. Keep
Give me a
going.
second. Capcom and
Here's the
Capcom
thing: if
Vancouver.
we go down to the last round, it'll be the last hint. One of you guesses first, then it'll go back and forth until one of you doesn't get it or gets it.
Capcom.
So, as soon as I get to the synopsis, I think you guys are gonna know.
Wait,
The
frick.
synopsis usually gives it away.
Capcom. Survival horror. Metal Gear Solid isn't Capcom. No, it's Konami. I'm good. Next.
Shoot out a guess. You have.
I don't even
guesses.
know. I don't because I would guess like Resident Evil again, but it's not. There's
Throw it
no
out.
way.
Throw
There's
it
no
out.
way he did Resident Evil.
Throw the guess out,
No.
because that's not open world.
No, I'm not.
Like,
I'm not
unless
doing
I'm high.
it. Open world in 2006. That's not Oblivion.
Yeah,
Because
right?
that was a good guess. Oblivion was revolutionary as far as open world
Right.
goes, and like being a big game.
It could be like Morrowind,
But I'm pretty
Oblivion
sure-
was 2006.
I'm pretty sure it came out 2008.
2000 Oblivion?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Do you guys want me to go with synopsis?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Whoever says eat first.
Here's the thing, and you can stop me at any time as I'm doing. The
But you have to
synopsis.
know it. You can't just say eat and then just like think about it. You
Yeah.
have to know it and be
You
like
have to
eat
know,
and then
and
say
I will. You can't go eat and then say it. You
Well,
have to eat, and I'll be
and then
like,
wait.
yes, Hasten.
it. Okay.
Okay.
Do it.
Or actually, how about you guys? No. Yeah, you can do it at any time during the synopsis. Okay.
Okay.
So here we go. Developed and published by Capcom,
Okay.
it is the first entry in the series of the same name. Okay, and real fast, credit to
Series
Wikipedia.
of the same name. Wait, stop right there.
Wait, real fast. Quick credit to Wikipedia. I'm getting their synopsis and stuff from there. So
From Wikipedia,
yeah.
the worst place to be. Wait, of the same name?
Do you want me to stop there before I
Yeah,
read?
stop
the
there
full-
first.
I don't want you to.
Wait, of the same name.
Yeah. So
So it kept going in a series of the same name.
don't look over here.
I'm not. Is Fable made by Capcom? But you didn't know Fable, and neither did I, because Connor did something that we both knew. that we've both played. Wait,
It's the first
is
entry.
it, wait.
So if it's a franchise,
first
hey, listen,
entry.
you guys got to think about this. If it's the first entry, it's obviously not Oblivion. It's the first game in a franchise.
I was gonna say Gauntlet. But
Fable 1 was before 06, though.
Well, yeah,
I'm almost
but
positive.
Gauntlet. I was gonna say Gauntlet, but that's not the first
You
entry.
guys want me to go with the synopsis?
Wait. Just wait.
You only got 10 more seconds.
10 more seconds.
Yeah, because I got to get to the synopsis so it's fair for Hasten too. Otherwise, you could sit.
Okay,
here and
keep
think
going.
about it. Okay, here we go. So it is the first entry in the series of the same name. The game's story sees player controlling blank, a photojournalist who becomes trapped in a shopping mall with a
Dead Rising.
Yeah! No!
That's
so
That was my
dumb.
first game on the 360. I can't believe I didn't get that.
Oh my gosh. You
job.
probably just made everyone deaf.
Sorry, that was an exciting moment.
It breaks the mic.
Everything goes.
That's
to
the
crap.
last thing you hear. It's just, yeah! Podcast is over.
Well, there we go. 1-1.
Suck it.
Fuck!
Dang, that was a good game. Down to the last
Oh.
hits. Nice.
Dang it!
So 1-1. Do you guys want to do another one, or should we call it at that?
No.
Let's
Let's
do
do another
one
one.
more. One more.
One more. Okay, I need
Best
you
of
guys.
three.
I need you guys to shoot the crap for a second while I research the next one. That was
Hasten
good.
wins one.
That was, I knew as soon as I read the synopsis, I'm like, they're gonna know. As soon
Well,
as
the
I say shopping mall.
photojournalist was shopping mall. I was like maybe.
Yeah,
And then he said photojournalist, and
When
I was like, oh,
like,
it's him.
yeah, and I blanked out Frank West, and then the shopping mall and photojournalist. I knew
I
it
actually
was the way.
started
Frick.
with Dead Rising 2. I didn't start with 1. But
Yeah.
Beat
But
him
still.
up, though. That's not a beat
Yeah,
'em
that
up.
is beat up because you're
all you
beating
do
up
is
tons of
just, all
zombies.
you do is just take out.
That's
zombies.
exactly what a beat 'em up is. That's and see, I was I was gonna explain how what beat 'em up works, and I was like, if I say you kill like tons of zombies, that's gonna give it away.
He killed
right
tons of stuff. Dead Rising!
away.
Although I might have said like Left 4 Dead.
Yeah, that's true. That's another one.
So, but that was like right around there.
Mother of pearl.
Did you ever play Left 4 Dead?
Yeah, Left 4 Dead 2.
2?
Yeah.
We should play that.
Like Coach.
Again,
and
I haven't
shit
played it in
and Nick.
forever.
I played it on the Mac though with mods.
Ew.
So it
You
was
can
like
mod on a Mac?
yeah, it was like Helm's Deep from Lord of the Rings, and I had like a cheese gun, and the big tank was Shrek. And whenever he'd come nearby, I'd be like, "What are you doing in my swamp? Swamp."
That's just a remix from YouTube.
Yeah, it was so cool.
That's funny.
And then I was like Deadpool, my skin.
This is tough. I have a couple options, but I want you guys to know it. But I think I got one. Okay, so give me one more second. Pulling it up. Oh, and just so you guys know, I originally had listeners. I had all these prepared, but they all got spoiled because I left them on the
Put
run of
them
the show.
in the freaking run of the
I
show.
should have
Tanner
just
and
guessed
Hasten knew what
those
they
ones
were.
and then never
Just
said
acted
anything.
like you didn't know.
Like,
It's
oh yeah,
oh.
Luigi's Mansion. Castlevania.
Oh yeah, Castlevania. Resident Evil 4. You have 2 chargers in your laptop?
One's for my phone. One's for my laptop.
All right. Okay. Are you guys ready?
C.
To crush Tanner.
Okay.
See?
Is it
Senor.
1-1 or is it?
It's 1-1.
It's 1-1.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got one.
So next
Best
one
of
wins.
3.
So
Fuck!
best of 3. Yep.
No!
Okay. Release date.
Do a newer one.
Hold up one sec.
'Cause
Okay,
look at
there's 2 release dates listed. So
Do the first one, because it's probably re-released.
yeah, I'm gonna. So May. Yeah, it is May 26th, 2017.
26th last year.
May 26th? Last year?
2017 was last year.
But there's another release date, so it got re-released probably on the Switch or the Xbox One.
It was re-released. Let me say this. It was not. I don't know if it was re-released. It might have been. Oh, this is what it says. Oh, I can't tell you that. It'll help give it away.
Ported?
Let's just say it was. It got another release later.
It got a port.
Maybe.
to a new console.
I'm not gonna say what it was.
Yeah.
But.
It
Hey,
goes
do you want me to give platforms now, or do you guys want to shoot for it? You get 3 guesses.
last year? And it already got a port?
Right?
Because I was going to say, like, Skyrim.
You can't. That's
Mario.
not the original
Don't-
release date for that.
Don't
So
get
I
hung
know.
up. Don't get hung up on the port thing. It might not be a port.
Last year in May? I'd say Mario Kart 8. No, that was like 3 years.
I'm gonna
That
give
was
you guys the
4 years ago.
platforms.
Go for it.
Okay. Platforms came to PlayStation 4 and Xbox One at the same time.
Oh.
At the same time? Only those two?
And Windows and PC. But those 3.
So it wasn't an exclusive, and it wasn't on Nintendo.
You might want to-
Sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good. I'm just looking out for the audio listeners.
Frick.
May what?
May 26th, 2017. So just over a year ago.
For Xbox One and PlayStation.
We suck at this game.
No, that's so many options that came out last year. There were so many
Not really.
games.
It's like 12, but I
You
can't
guys-
think of them.
But like, who knows
Here,
if it's a big game or an indie game? Because Connor said that we might not know it.
If it's a game though, it's a game I know. I haven't played a lot.
But
of
Connor said that we might not know it.
Okay, do you want me to give you the genre?
Yes.
Okay. It is a survival horror
Frick, why do you keep doing
multiplayer video game.
No. It's not Left 4 Dead.
Michael Myers, Jason, Friday the 13th.
Hey!
What the F?
Hasten got it! Hasten is our champion!
No! When did it
Today's
get re-released?
It didn't get really released. It got a physical release at Disc Release in October.
Suck it! 3,
Nice.
2, 1.
Nice.
Nice.
Friday the 13th. If you didn't notice, I was sticking to scary
Halloween-y,
stuff, horror games. So,
Halloweeny.
yeah,
That was a
maybe-
good one though. That was a good
Yeah.
choice on your part.
Yeah.
Because
All
we
right.
both knew that.
As soon as he
Yeah,
said
you guys both
a
know.
survival horror multiplayer, I was gonna be like,
That's the thing.
I was
That
gonna
one
say
knew if
Dead
as
by
soon as I said
Daylight.
multiplayer. Yeah.
Days. Not Days Gone.
No,
There's
the
only
zombie one.
Oh, DayZ.
No.
Or frick.
I know the
what you're
zombie
talking about.
multiplayer.
Yeah, I know
one
what you're talking.
That was
about.
like almost like
Oh, State of Decay.
no.
Well, State of Decay 2 was multiplayer.
Well, yeah, but
But that was like
last
this year.
That
yeah,
was this
Dying
year.
Light.
Dying Light.
That's what I meant.
Oh yeah. Was that
I was-
multiplayer?
You want to play another zombie game?
What?
Want to play another zombie game? There's only like a million of them.
Yeah.
Which one? Oh,
That was a good game though. I knew as soon as I said a survival horror multiplayer game, it's like there's only so
Frick.
many of those. But all right, well, that was a good game, guys. Hasten is your guess
Current
that
champ.
game or guess that
For the
blank
first
champ
ever
for the first
podcast.
ever Super Basement Bros show podcast. We thank you guys for listening.
that's the end.
Yeah, sorry if we went a little long. This is our first episode. We're getting used to discussing certain topics and not.
We'll
falling
never
down
go
certain
over
rabbit
2
holes.
hours.
Maybe. We'll see. There might be times. If you guys want it, if you guys don't, if you guys want shorter stuff, let us know. If you want longer stuff, let us know. We're here to, try and give you
Please
guys
you.
the best show. Yeah.
I love pleasing you.
We want to
Oh
please
my
you guys.
gosh.
Any way possible.
If
What was that, Taryn?
no, keep going.
Oh, I was just going to say, I was just closing out the show. So we thank you guys so much for listening. Please look forward to our next episode. Hopefully, it might be next Sunday. We
Depending
might
on
get
when
together
you're
soon.
watching or
Yeah,
listening.
It could be even sooner because, especially during the holidays, we get together a lot more. So we hope you look forward to our next episode. Is there any closing remarks you guys want to go out on?
I don't think so.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well,
Thanks
thank
for
you.
watching.
Yeah, thank you.
And thanks for listening.
Thank you guys for watching on YouTube, and thank you for listening. Once again, you can find us on YouTube at Super Basement Bros. This will go up as the Super Basement Bros Show, Episode 1.
You can follow our
podcast.
Twitter.
You can follow us on Twitter. We have a Twitter account under Super Bros Videos.
Super Bros videos.
And then you can follow Tanner and Hasten individually, and you can follow me at CTH Films.
We also have our
short
Instagram,
films.
Super Basement Bros.
Instagram, Facebook. Yeah, you hit us up. Let us know what you guys think. Thanks for listening to our first episode. Thank you, Tanner. Thank you, Hasten.
You're welcome.
I'm Connor,
We'll be here
and
again.
we thank you for listening to Super Basement Bros. And have a good one, guys.
We love you.
See you later.